Yeah. So yesterday was Christmas Eve, and I had took time off work, so I had a hair appointment to go to. Did my hair appointment. Dropped 200 on my install, y'all, like I always do. Okay, went to my hair appointment. I had a wax appointment right after. I had most of all my appointments except for my nails because my nails was already done, as y'all can see in the last video, right? So, I didn't have on my wig for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm back at home. I'm trying to wrap my baby stuff. He's asleep. So okay, my bad. But yeah, so my baby was asleep and he was sleeping in the living room, which I was glad because I was in the back doing last minute shit, wrapping gifts, doing last minute stuff for Christmas. And my neighbor always told me, she said, if we ever get too loud, just give us a little courtesy tap and then that'll let us know we're too loud. We'll try to quiet down because she has a toddler or something like that. I'm like, okay, not a problem. Like, I always do that. And they always quiet down. They be like, okay, cool, we got you. So I grabbed the broom like I always do, y'all. Tapped on the ceiling 3 times. It was just like, do. Like, hey, down here working. My son sleep. Do y'all mind? Little did I know she was not my neighbor no more. So the neighbor that I was doing a courtesy tap for was actually not my neighbor. I just found out yesterday because of this incident that she moved. So I get a bang at my door. I'm in the back, y'all. So I'm in the back and I hear a bang like a police knock. So I check my ring camera, like, who the fuck? It did not cross my mind that because the taps was so friendly, like it just didn't cross my mind that it would be somebody coming to my house. So I seen on the ring camera just waiting on me. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? But the way she knocked it sounded like she had beef. First thing I did, which I got it from the top to the bottom, I'm walking to the kitchen. When I walked to the kitchen, I set my phone on record and set my phone down because I didn't know how this interaction was about to go. Mind y'all, I got a ring camera, right? So I answered the door and I'm like, yeah. She was like, hey, was that you tapping on the ceiling? And I'm like, never seen this lady before, but I was like, yeah, y'all was a little loud. So she was like, okay, you don't have to tap on the ceiling. I'm like, okay, I was just letting you know y'all was loud. She said, okay, and we got a fucking dog. I mean, popping it. Bitch was popping it. So she was like, I said, ma'am, leave from in front of my door, please. She was like, and I'll fucking leave when I want to, when I'm good and goddamn ready, bitch. Move me. Y'all popping it. Popping it. So I asked her about 15 times. I just listened to the video. I counted. I said, please leave from in front of my door. Like, it looked like if I was to close the door, she was going to try to stop me type shit. That's the type of time she was on. And I guess because I was so calm and so like, she was like, oh yeah, bitch. Mind y'all, the lady across from me has a ring camera. So I hit her up like, hey, can I get the footage? Because I'm going to post that too. So I said, I'm going to ask you one more time. Please get away from my door. She was like, bitch, and what? Move me. I said, ma'am, bye. She was like, bye. I mean, kept popping it. She said, yeah, you gonna have to move me something. I'm gonna have to do what? Pop that bitch. Beat her motherfucking ass. All through the hallway. And so she started screaming like, Jay, come get me. Da, da. So I didn't know who she with. I don't know if she called another female. I don't know if she calling a dude. I don't know. So I drug, it seems like she was trying to drag me out of my house. She yanked my wig. That's the only thing. She hit me one time right here and yanked my wig. Didn't hit me in my face not one time. And that was really the only hit she got is when she hit me and took my wig off. So she trying to drag me out. I'm barefooted. She has on shoes. So I'm getting like she's kind of dragging me, but I'm still hitting her. Oh, I said, oh no, but you want to play. So I drug her in the house, locked my motherfucking door because I didn't know who was coming behind her. I don't know who that is. Locked my door and I tore that bitch to the floor. Do you hear me? Tore her motherfucking ass to the floor. I got the, mind you, my phone is still recording. Remember, because y'all, I set it on the counter for it to record. I stopped the recording, called my mama while I still got her in my hand. I'm kicking the bitch, hitting her. I'm like, Mom, pull up. This bitch, da, da, da. My son right here. That's why I'm tripping, because my son is in the living room. He was asleep, but he wake up to his mama fighting. I'm going at it. Get off the phone with my mama. I got 2 separate clips. I get off the phone with my mama. I start back recording. This is how much time I had on my hands. So the bitch wasn't about nothing. Like, how do you come to somebody's house popping in? Bitch, you get your ass beat. Okay, so start back recording. I'm on her ass. So I'm registered. Feel what I'm saying? Like, I have a firearm in my house, which is what I told the police. But I'm like, you can't come to nobody's house. Like, what? Bitch, I asked you to leave. I don't know how many times. That shit could have got so nasty yesterday, but I did not take it there. I almost did, but I didn't take it there. So I'm still beating her ass, y'all. I'm beating her ass. You could hear her screaming, please, ma'am, let me go, please. Nah, bitch, you want us to come in here so bad. So yeah, you want us to be some motherfucking tough stuff, bitch. I'm gonna put you in a motherfucking field, bitch. Get in the paint. Like, what are you talking about? So we go at it, y'all. I'm giving this bitch the business. I don't know what she thought, but that bitch got slid through this motherfucking dishwasher in my kitchen. So I made the bitch walk out the back. Because at this point, remember, she's still screaming for somebody. So whoever it is, nigga banging on the door like, what's going on? I said, get the fuck from my door. She like, no, Jay, don't say that. She gotta go. She beat me up. I'm like, you see my son right there, bitch? I should motherfucking, but I ain't gonna do that to you. Feel me? Like, but if this was somebody else, it's 2024. You can't go in somebody's house or go to somebody's house popping it like that. Like, girl, you could have got sit down in the body bag. Like, but I'm gonna show you why you don't go to nobody motherfucking house. And I'm sure it's gonna cross her TL, bitch. Yes, I'm the one. Like, you don't do that to people. So, especially with people with kids. She was bold as fuck. I'll give her that because how you know I ain't had no cousins at the crib? How you know my man went at the crib? Because if he was at the crib, it could have went different too. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit could have just got so nasty for no reason. Had she just been like, okay, my bad, I would have been like, oh, my bad. I ain't know y'all had a dog. And I see that shit. I'm thinking you're my old neighbor. She started popping it. Made the bitch walk out the back door because you're not walking out the front because I don't know who that nigga is at the front. Y'all might try to barge in my son right here. So I made that bitch walk out the back and jump over the rail, the balcony type shit. I gave her the business. Like, girl, I know you want popping it like that and you can't even. Okay, so police come, everything I told them. I said I have a weapon here. It's registered to my name. You can run it. They didn't do none of that. They saw the ring camera. It was like, wow. Do you want to press charges? They're like, because we finna charge her with breaking and entering and assault. I'm like, yo, I don't know that lady. Like, she would not leave me alone. So then I call my mama right there. I call my mama. She pull up. My sister pull up. My daddy pull up. My fiance pull up. Everybody pulling up. Like, everybody. So at this point, y'all, I'm still pissed. Like, because who is this lady? So she tells the police, I dragged her in and I beat her up and I tried to, you know what I'm saying? They like, ma'am, it doesn't matter what she did to you once she got you in the house. If she dragged you in the night, you was at her home and she asked you to leave. So I got all the recordings. Why the fuck? Come to find out, this bitch did not live there. She was with the nigga that just moved in a couple days ago. That's how. And he was like, okay, so that's why you thought it was your old neighbor. He just moved in. And I didn't know that. But you don't even live here. You're not even his bitch. You just some bitch that's just coming down here trying to be cute in front of this nigga and you got your ass beat. And it's all on camera. She went from, yeah, bitch, what's up? I'm at your house. What you gonna do? So, ma'am, please, it's Christmas Eve. Don't do me like this. Bitch, it was Christmas Eve when you came to my door. Like, what are we talking about here? So, police came back. They like, she trying to press charges, but we denied because she came to your house and I gave him the ring camera footage. I'm like, sir, you see me ask her how many times. I got the footage. I got the recording. I said, y'all can check the 911 call. I told them, I have a weapon in here. My son is in here and I will use this bitch if I need to. Come get this bitch. She was gone by that time, jumped over the rail like, please. Y'all, the bitch was bold. And I'm going to post everything. So I asked her, at this point, I'm pissed. I'm like, listen, because her mouth was bleeding. By the time I got out, she dripped blood from her mouth, face knotted up. I said, listen, am I going to jail? He was like, no. You know what I'm saying? She came into your house and, it's shown on that ring camera. This is why I'm so adamant about my ring camera because my fiance be like, hey, I'm done. I just got done charging it. I put it back up tonight. I'm like, no, put it back up right now. We need that. Like, this is my first time ever having to really use that footage. But my neighbor across the door, we was rumbling out that bitch. My neighbor across the hall, I knocked on her door to get the footage, but she wasn't there. But I'm gonna post that too. She should be there by tomorrow or Monday because it is Christmas today. So maybe she's out of town. I don't know. She's new too. She just moved in like a week ago. So I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry we had to meet on these terms, but can you send me that footage? Because I'm posting it. Like, and I'm gonna send it to everybody. But yeah, let me know if y'all want to see and hear the audio. I get it, bitch, the business. And we'll do it again. Glad.
Bro, that's again, like I said, that's the reason why Instagram can't never beat TikTok. And that's just because, like, bro, that is just so crazy how something like that can go so viral. I ain't even gonna look at the girl page to see, like, matter of fact, let me look right now while I just
like,
well, her junk went crazy now, but just her normal stuff, like, don't even do them type of numbers like for it. So it just to randomly just be like, and she is a good storyteller. Like, she was slept on herself and didn't think that she could. She told a great story and she kept people entertained.
This is the same clip from it was like the call. or something like the girl was like, "Oh, let me go. It's Christmas Eve."
Yeah. That was the same jump.
Oh,
But that's why. So when Erica originally sent it, at first I clicked the first two. I mean, well, I guess those was later. But when it just came through the group jump, I hit those first. I'm like, what? I can't because you can't like if you just watching the or trying to listen to the clips and really don't know what the backstory is. It just sounds like a bunch of noise and people just yelling. So you kind of really can't get a real feel of what's going on until you actually. All right, now I'm listening to her break it down, and now you understand well the story and all that. But like I said, again, that just to me is just tight because not what she did was tight. I mean, what she did was tight, but I'm just saying just the strength of TikTok, like how just certain stories can just like if you can just get one of them jumps and they go viral. Like you realistically don't even know. Like that jump got millions of views on it, and she don't got millions of followers with something like that. With Instagram, you almost gotta already have millions of followers to kind of be able to even have your story had that type of reach. So I mean, that is one of the reasons why TikTok is TikTok, and so many, especially younger people or content creators in general, just kind of run to TikTok. Now, my only thing is about TikTok, I don't never understand how they let some words slide. Like it's this lady I follow, was her and her two daughters, and they be doing like food reviews, but the mother be cussing like crazy on the joint. I'm like, bro, how they never flag her joint? Like somebody was in my somebody was in my comments the other day and was like, man, nobody don't watch basketball no more unless you gamble. I was like, well, get you some money then. Pick up an app and learn how to gamble. I literally wrote that verbatim back to the person, and they literally flagged my comment talking about that it go against the community guidelines. I'm like, what are you like? How? And I just told somebody to go learn how to gamble and get some money.
It all depends on what you say. Because I had that one time when I was.
But telling somebody to learn, tell somebody how to gamble and get some money. Like
no, but that's what I'm saying. I had that one time. I think Tony was when they was playing the Commanders out Vegas, and I sit here like, oh yeah, beat their ass. And it got flagged.
I mean, but that's different because you said ass. But I'm just telling somebody to get some money.
But I don't even know if I said ass. I just said beat them or something like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
I got the crazy thing is I wrote on somebody's joke because they was talking about, it was a podcast and they was talking about the same joke we talked about last week when the dude was spraying the stuff in Walmart. I was like, yeah, this dude need to be locked up. And they literally flagged that. I'm like, oh, y'all got it, bro. Like, that's why I only just drop emojis and keep it moving because y'all be throwing me off. But anyway, like I said, shout out to TikTok for that. And and that is one of the things, I guess, the benefits of living in the South and living in one of those red states when I'm staying. I know people kind of like to be scared because you're like, oh, well, these crazy white people down here, whatever the case may be. That is the benefits of living in one of those stand your ground. No, let's be clear. You can still do that. What she did to that girl, you could probably do this realistically. You could do the same thing in the state of Maryland too, because I mean, you still have like people can't just break in your house and do whatever they want. They do have some of those laws. Now in DC, I don't necessarily know if you can get away with the same thing, but in Maryland, I know she can get away with that same exact scenario if it was in Maryland as well. But down south, that is like a freelance Joan. You can kind of hear from her voice. You can listen to her accent a little bit. You can tell that she is from the South. And down south, that's down your stand your ground law is very firm and heavy. And especially you got a registered gun. Like she being honest, she could have smoked her. Like if she really wanted to, she could have literally left her dead on Christmas Eve, like, and just because you trying to be smart and trying to be cute and trying to like be disrespectful to somebody, or like she said, you trying to show off for a dude, you could have literally, realistically, that could have been your last Christmas Eve, and it didn't have to even go that far for you to kind of just like encourage it and kind of be the aggressor, and then end up getting whooped. Like that's the crazy thing. Like how you gonna, like she said, how you gonna jump out there with somebody and you don't have hands? Like you know for a fact your hands really don't go crazy. How you just jump out there with somebody to just allow yourself to get whooped? Like that was crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. But just real quick, just to double down on my take last week about Netflix, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. We can get to the Beyonce and the football stuff a little bit later. But no, I stumbled. But again, I think all platforms, they should probably look at what Netflix did. You got to get like one big reason for people to come to the app, or to remind you, like, oh, because like I said, if these apps not charging nothing crazy, and I think that to me is the smartest thing, that even if you just keep it at your bare minimum, John, like $5 or $6, most adults, you're not checking or stressing over $5 or $6. So sometimes you may even forget, like I haven't been on Peacock in God knows how long. I mean, of course, besides we use it here on when we watching the game on Sunday nights, but it's only one more game for that. So after that, it's like, you completely forget you even going to be paying for it. But of course, because the price, like I said, is $5 or $6, nobody don't care. But Netflix having so many big moments, you kind of catch yourself even after one of the games may go off or whatever you're watching on Netflix, there's a big moment go off, and you might be like, oh, let me see what else is next. And I think and one thing I can say the difference between even with Netflix and like even YouTube, because I'm sure most people on YouTube and you just got the regular YouTube, so you don't pay to keep the ads from going. I think YouTube have a bunch of ads, but a lot of them ads just be stupid. And I'm kind of just paying attention to the difference. Like I'm watching like Netflix and and I'm watching the ads, and I'm like, these ads are more realistically, they holiday driven. They kind of make more sense on, like, they got Airbnb Jones, they got cologne Jones, different perfumes, they got different credit cards. Like, they got commercials that make sense for people who in the house watching TV. Then I'm thinking about, dog, YouTube just be advertising, like, and I get it that people pay for advertisement through Google or YouTube or whatever the case may be, but I just be like, bro, some of them Jones just be dumb, and that's why people skip them. Like, I don't be mad at the ads that Netflix be having, because realistically, they just kind of make sense. Like, if I was trying to look for some cologne, I say, what's the damn, now I'm mad that I forgot it because I've seen this commercial a million times. Huh?
I thought I only seen commercials for like the movies and stuff that's on Netflix.
On Netflix? Nah, they got a what is it? I think it's called John Paul, whatever, or John. It's one of them like high end colognes, and I remember to do it. I'm mad that I'm forgetting the name because I think it's John Paul or whatever. But it's a black man in the joint, nice haircut, nice groomed man, and he jumping up and down on the couch, and it's like a cologne commercial for that joint. I'm mad that I can't remember what it is, and I believe it was like a Dior cologne too, or perfume that I kept seeing a commercial for. But they just kept. I'm just seeing his hand is they ran a lot of commercials that made sense. Like, I could literally almost verbatim tell you the joint. It was, I can't remember and now I'm mad because I can't remember the credit card, but it's a little girl and it's her father, and they had the cash register, and it was like, hey, you can hit a donation for I think it was like for some cancer thing or whatever the case may be, but it was through a credit card joint, and the little girl was like, and the lady was like, hey, who did you want to donate for? And then the little girl tapped her dad and was like, Auntie Gigi, whatever case may be. I just remember these commercials because they playing, but I'm just sitting here saying these commercials are more relatable and they make more sense of the commercials that they playing on Netflix compared to YouTube just running a bunch of random ads that I'm gonna always hit skip because they just don't make no sense. It'd be just like stupid, like, bro, why you keep sending me these dumb ads? But anyway, staying on topic on why I was sitting here saying doubling down on how fire Netflix is, I stumbled on Queen Latifah's Equalizer, dog, and I swear to God, I'm in season 3. I have not watched nothing else. I didn't even watch no basketball, no nothing for literally a week straight. I've been watching. Like, I'm talking, I've been in the gym just watch. Like, I can't even cut it off. And it's 3 seasons on Netflix. So, and I believe most of the episodes is like 45 minutes. And the reason why I even know that Netflix is such a dominant thing, because I want to say this is a CBS show. If I'm right,
Paramount, yeah,
it is. So that's my point. So for them to be like, nah, we're gonna lease this out to Netflix instead of trying to run it on our own junk, because realistically, 9 times out of 10, if you keeping it a buck, you know that more people gonna watch it if it's on Netflix than you try to keep it on your own platform. Like, cool, you showed it whatever the new junks on your regular junk, but realistically, I'm in season 3 now. I think I'm on like episode 4. But you smell every season got like 15 episodes.
You like that joint?
Man, that joint fire, dog. And now the reason why I like it because it got enough action, it don't have no cussing, and then it still has a family element to it. So it's like, all right, to give you all the same action, and what I do like about it is like, I mean, of course, it's TV and it's I mean, if you've seen any of the Equalizers, a lot of that stuff is just
that's what kind of threw me off about the whole thing, because even with Mom be watching, I'm just like, because I just think of the whole Denzel.
But you kind of can't think of it like that because I only seen the first Equalizer. I never seen the second one. He ain't had no kids that I can remember.
No, not necessarily having the kids, but I definitely say when it comes to Equalizer, I think of him, the action and stuff that he was doing in those, and then it's like, all right, watching Queen Latifah do the action is just like,
I like it. The joint's like to me. I'm hooked.
I heard a lot of people say like it's like I said, I just can't get past because it's Queen Latifah. I guess doing that, the action is kind of.
This may be some of her best acting. I'm not going to lie to you. And the reason why I like it a lot because it's like, I mean, of course, Queen Latifah is still a plus size woman. So they don't make it like she's some super fast. Like she still kind of be like, even it was an episode with her and Jada Pinkett was kind of like joking like that she was way quicker than Queen Latifah. And which, I mean, of course, realistically, if you look at them by size, I mean, Jada Pinkett, her whole entire career has just been a smaller woman. So she kind of joke around with that. And I do even like how she kind of even brung some people that she has a long standing relationship with in just the industry. And they may just pop up and do like one episode. Like she had Jada Pinkett on it. She had Big Daddy Kane on one episode. Who else did she have? When she had Malik Yoba on one episode. Like the joke to me is tight. Like I like the family dynamic. I love her daughter and her aunt. Just that little like on camera chemistry that they have, because it's almost like a family release. It's like Queen Latifah go outside to the world and like defending the world, saving New York City, and then she go in the house and like she got to be mom and she got to be like almost her aunt is almost like the mom in this situation. So her aunt is almost like the mother of the whole entire house. Like the aunt kind of run the house and Queen Latifah. And this is like a 3 generation of black women. It don't fire to me. Like I said, I just one of them Johnson where it's an easy watch. It's not nothing hard that you kind of got to really like you'll get to know the characters, and you can. And then one thing I like about it is like it is one of those shows where you can you could skip an episode. Like if somebody just popped in and you just randomly caught like episode 5 of season 2, like you wouldn't be lost because it's almost just like CSI or any of them other, like, you know, one of them type of Law and Order type of shows where, you know, like Law and Order SVU. I'm sure if you watched it from the very first Law and Order and then you continuously kept watching it, the storylines probably entangle a little bit. But this jump where it's like the main characters kind of intertwined, but each episode is something completely different. Like you didn't have to see the last episode to understand what's going on in the new episode. Now, if you've seen all of them, it'll make a lot more sense with the main characters and their relationship and how, like, even with Queen Latifah, her staff that she got to work with her, like, man, the Jones type, like I said, that was one of them jokes. Like I literally, like, I was like, cool. This solidified it for me with Netflix because it was like, bro, you talking about. They find them little ways. Like I felt that the same way I felt about All American when I first ever started watching All American. I was like, damn, I'm just hooked on it. I can't cut this shit off. Like I'm just keep watching this like episode to just keep going. And you talking about, damn, I'm like, damn, this one season, this 15 episodes in, and I'm still watching it. Like that to me, if I own a platform, that's kind of like what you want. You want one of them, you want a show that can kind of, because I'm sure most platforms would be happy if they had one of them type of Jones. Like if you could get one of these off and just get people hooked, because I'm sure for most people, I've seen a lot of people on social media, they was so geeked about Squid Games coming back. I believe they got Squid Games 2. It came out literally, 12 o'clock right after the football game. And a lot of people looking for that. I never watched the first one, so I kind of tried to like watch the second one, and it was like, all right. I mean, I don't get it yet. So I'd say maybe I'm done with the Equalizer. I'll go back and try to start it, but I just kind of was just like, yeah, I'm cool off this. Like, I'll allow other people who already been into it, y'all can enjoy it. Tell me about it. I'm not really geeking to rush. And I did catch one other junk that I tried to watch, and I said I was gonna get back to it after Equalizer because I didn't want to start 2 different shows. It was like seasonal broke down. I believe the other junk was called No Good Deed or Good Deed. Something is on. It's another junk on Netflix, but I believe these episodes is like 30 minutes or so. But like I said, that Equalizer, I'm sold on that one. Like Queen, This to me is some of Queen Latifah's best acting, and the reason why I say that because of course you can sit here and say Living Single. I feel like Living Single was like her just being Queen Latifah, like she was just Queen Latifah on TV. But this Equalizer Joan is kind of like I don't believe Queen Latifah got kids in real life. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't think she do. So just to kind of see her get to be a mom, and even like you said, doing the action stuff where it's like you really don't think of Queen Latifah as like an action hero, but she on this jump doing like action hero stuff, and even her cat, like that jump to me is fine.
So okay, so let me ask you this question because America was talking about this. When you see Jamie Foxx, what do you know Jamie Foxx for, or what you mean? Like, what do you look at his career? Like, what is he known for? Is he like what you say? Oh, like what is his biggest role, or what is he? Yeah, like what do you like? What do you consider him for? Like a good actor, a good singer, a good comedian? Like, what do you consider Jamie Foxx for?
I feel like it's always gonna be actor just because of what he did on Ray. Like that Ray.
So you not even the Jamie Foxx series. You don't use those.
I'm not saying that you can't sit here and say that, but I think if you're talking about to the masses and you're not just talking to black people, I mean, he won an Oscar for it.
But I'm saying with you, like, what do you know what do you know him for, or what do you feel like was his? I guess
he's Jamie Foxx. The same way with Queen Latifah.
The Jamie Foxx show.
No, him, Jamie Foxx, the man.
So that's what I'm saying. So when you look at it, like even with Will Smith and all them, like they all played in big roles, big movies, and all that. But really, what do you know them? Like, what do you say? Oh, well, that's they're known for. Because all of them have musical careers.
I think we talked about that like 2 weeks ago. I think those people are so iconic as who they are. You kind of can't define who they are because they are them. Like Jamie Foxx is Jamie Foxx. Like you can't like even just when you try and explain it, you can't really explain it because he's Jamie Foxx. The same thing with Will Smith. He's Will Smith. Now it may be a little bit easier with Queen Latifah, where she's probably a bigger actress than she is. Even like let's be clear. I mean, if you're of a certain age, you know Queen Latifah had hits. She was a great rapper for that time, but I feel like her acting career has way bypassed her music career. Because even if you see him saying somebody like her and LL Cool J probably was kind of at the same time, like kind of.
Yeah, I feel like all of them kind of had the same.
But I feel like LL Cool J had bigger hit records than Queen Latifah. Like Queen Latifah didn't have a bunch of hit records. Like Queen Latifah had probably like a solid song or two, maybe. Like and you and I T-Y, who you calling? Like she had that jump, and then. That's just off the top of my head. That's the only one I can kind of really just. I think she was on Ladies Night with Angie Martinez and the Brat and them. And then I'm trying to think of like.
So you would say she's a better, I don't want to say better, but a better actress.
Yeah, for sure. No, I don't think she can even say that. Like, I mean, I think rapping opened the door for her, but I think like what solidified her as a household name is an actress.
So what about Jamie Foxx? Would you consider him a better singer or a better actor?
A better actor, because I think some people, like, if you're not of a certain age, you probably could have easily missed some of them songs. And I think that's another reason why he performed some of them songs when he did his special, because I think if you ask your kids, they probably know Jamie Foxx for just the Jamie Foxx show, just randomly being on BET. They probably don't know none of Jamie Foxx songs though. And that's the same thing with Queen. That's the same thing with Queen Latifah. I think Will Smith is a little bit different because everybody probably heard Summertime.
Everybody heard Gold Digger. Jamie Foxx is Gold Digger.
Nah, I'm sure your kids don't know Gold Digger. I'm sure even one of y'all kids may not know Gold Digger.
They don't know Summertime either.
I'm sure they heard Summertime. They might not know it, but they've heard it before.
You wouldn't know it was Will Smith? You wouldn't know that's Will Smith?
It don't matter. You still know the song.
Nah, I think people more.
If your kids don't know Summertime, then that kind of just goes, that will go in more fault of how, then that will go blame onto just the black community kind of allowing you still having cookouts and the whatever you, I mean, of course, because people don't have DJs no more, so baby, whoever running the aux just don't play it, but it's just like that kind of just speaks. To me, everybody should know Summertime. Like, even if you don't know it's a Will Smith song, I feel like you should have heard Summertime some point in time of your life. Like, that's a song that's almost like unavoidable. It's almost just damn near like with Mariah Carey and the Christmas music. So it's just a little bit different. Like, I feel like like I said, for all of them, because their acting careers have outlasted their music careers, it's kind of almost hard to kind of like.
But do you know about, okay, so the movie, so like even with Will Smith, you don't know, like, would you say you know him more for his movies than you do for Fresh Prince? It's like, because when she was saying, like, with even Jamie Foxx, she said, I know Jamie for Ray and what's the joints with Beyonce and whatever, the Dreamgirls, like those type of movies, not necessarily Jamie Foxx show.
Because I think realistically, I think it depends on who you ask. We just going off of just the black community. I forget, people may know all of those shows. All of those shows are cultural shows, from Living Single to Fresh Prince to Jamie Foxx show. But if we talking about to the masses, all of their movies are bigger than those TV shows. From even if you keeping it on black with Queen Latifah, nigga, Set It Off is bigger than Living Single. Like, it's Set It Off. You can go to any t-shirt, any store that's got licensed t-shirts. You can go in 9 times out of 10, you'll see a Set It Off t-shirt. You go to Target, you go to Walmart, you go to Urban Outfitters. I'm sure you're gonna see a Set It Off t-shirt. Like, that movie is kind of bigger than Living Single is. The same way you can say any of Will Smith movies is bigger than the Fresh Prince. Yeah, in the black household, we sitting here saying, hey, name your top 5 favorite TV shows growing up. Everybody gonna have Martin and Fresh Prince going head to head for 1 and 2. But still, if you talk to the rest of the world, Independence Day, I'm sure, is bigger than the Fresh Prince show. Shit, Ali, the movie is bigger than the Fresh Prince. Like, it's still like Will Smith got a lot of shows and a lot of movies under, like, shit, Men in Black. Like, dog, Will Smith is like, you big as the Summertime is, Will Smith movies is bigger than Summertime. To the world. Like, we talking about to the world. Even for Jamie Foxx, like, nigga, Ray is Ray. Like, damn, you think about Ray Charles, you think about the movie, so you're gonna think about Jamie Foxx. Like, I don't even know if I can honestly sit here and say I know a Ray Charles song. I remember Ray Charles being in like the Pepsi commercials or whatever back in the day, but I never was like I know a bunch of Ray Charles songs, but I know if I'm thinking about Ray Charles, I think about Jamie Foxx. So some of them just are. I mean, I think for them, I think that group of people is a little bit harder to kind of really, just because their acting careers have lasted longer than their music. Like, none of them don't even try to dabble in music no more.
No, I mean, I'm not the music part. I'm just like, what do you like? Like I said, when you say Jamie Foxx, the first thing that come to your mind, like,
shit, for some people, the first thing that may come to your mind is Wanda.
But that's Living Color. That's before Jamie Foxx show.
That's my point. But that's maybe that. I'm sure for most people, if you are,
but that's what I. But that's what
the
I.
First time you ever even seen.
But that's when I
even know who Jamie Foxx was. You just know who Wanda was.
And that's why I said that when she said that, was like, well, I know him more for the Ray and all. I'm like, but damn, he had all these other stuff that was successful. Like,
no, I'm saying his acting skills.
Yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. When you say that, like, oh, this was better, him in those movies than back then. Because like I said, even with LL, it's like, yeah, LL had a TV show, but his movies are.
Yeah, I think it's only a small group of people that actually even know LL Cool J for that TV show. Like, I feel like you got to be kind of in your damn near almost in your late 30s or your early 40s to really even know LL Cool J for that for that show. And real quick, I do want to give a shout outs to people who do like TV reviews. I kind of, because sometimes I be judgmental, but then I really thought about like after when you really lock into a good TV show, I can, because if you really think about most people who do like great breakdowns on TV shows, most of them are kind of a little bit overweight. And I kind of get it because it's so easy to just lock in and watch TV shows. And if this is really what you do, like your brand and your shit is reviewing TV shows, I can kind of get how you can get late. You get a good TV show, it's hard to get off that couch, dog. Like that, it just be like that's a difficult situation to kind of really. And if you, and this is what you do for, even if you're not doing it for a living, but this is like one of them hobbies where it's kind of almost knocking on the door where it can be a living for you, or you getting some type of perks and benefits from it. I can get how you can kind of become a little bit overweight because you just so locked in on these TV shows. Because it just, I feel like, dog, I don't know what it is about TV shows, but it just make it way harder for you to kind of just be like, all right, I'm cool. Like, and now that kind of even make me wonder, like, damn, is this, like, I wonder what's the science behind that. And that's why they don't drop new TV shows during the summertime.
Why? Because it's not, because people not going to sit, because it's summertime. I feel like they're going to be outside.
But what is it about the summer and the winter that kind of make it? I even thought about it to me for the gym. Like, it's so easy. Like, you supposed to, of course, you know, the saying is, oh, you make summer bodies in the winter. But it's, to me, it's just mentally, I don't know what it is, where it makes it a lot harder to just jump up and move around during, especially when it's really cold outside, to get up and move and want to do stuff. Even you know you need to. Like,
you just said that during the summertime, it's easy for you to get out and be outside all day, and you're not in the house watching TV because the summertime is stuff to do outside. That right there. I
don't necessarily know if it's just about stuff to do outside, but I just feel like it's just more the weather's more comfortable to move around.
Right. So you are outside. So that's what I'm saying. The daylight, got more daylight, so you're not coming in the house to what? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be outside 7, 8 o'clock.
I was just wondering, like, what's the mentality behind it? Because it is just like, I'm like, damn, why do it? And I kept asking myself that. I'm just like, even when I'm just working out or when I'm kind of like dragging, I'm like, bro, why don't you feel like this during the summertime? When the weather break, you excited to go to the gym. You can't wait to go 2 times a day. Like, and it just be like, and it's nothing. It don't even think twice. Like, you feel, I get mad at myself during the summertime, but during the wintertime and it's a little bite outside, it'd be like, I don't even care, dog. I'm about to sit down. Like, after you get comfortable, you just don't feel like moving again. But I'd be like, damn, why don't you feel like this during the summertime?
Because it's nice out. And you got, like, it's dark outside in the wintertime. So it's like, damn, it feels later than what it is. As opposed to the summertime where it stays lighter longer.
Yeah, that might be it too. And I guess just because while we bouncing all around the place, I would recommend. I mean, of course, I know you cannot control if you have a girl or a boy, but I do just realistically because I'm thinking about it. Just the holidays just passed and just having a moment with my dad, and then I end up bumping into my younger brother in the grocery store, and he was just like, "Why you ain't come to the family, Joe?" And I'm just like, going to go just sit here in early Christmas Day, and I hear my dad, and he just kind of like. He was having one of them. I'm talking about shitty moves. I'm talking about he was like, that nigga scared the hell out of me because it was just so depressing. And I was like, bro, I can't just leave this nigga here like this by himself. Like this shit just was like sad. And it was just like, but it was just like, I kind of wanted, because when I tell my younger brother, he kind of just like, oh, all right, that's why you missed it. Like, I'm like, God damn, like, I don't want, if I have kids, I want to have a daughter. Like, nigga, where the fuck is your compassion and your heart at?
I mean, I guess because we didn't seen those moves. And so it's not like, all right.
Nah, dog. Maybe because I'm older, and maybe because I feel like I pick up a lot more of his traits. It may be scarier than me because I'm kind of, in my mind, it's like, damn, this could be me in a couple of years. And maybe that's why I have a little bit more compassion for it, because it was just like, it was just like one of them Jones, like he was just like, man. And when I think because me and Top talked about this, and I kind of even just go a little bit in more detail for people so it won't be as vague, but he was just explaining, he was just like, when you get older and you start to have to rely on taking all these different pills, if it's for your high cholesterol, blood pressure, or anything, he's like, bro, he was telling me, like, bro, them pills be messing my moods up. Like, I can't control my emotions no more because the pills get the best of them. Yeah. And when he was telling me that, so me and Top was talking about it, and he was telling me, like, you know, his stepdad, he was like, man, yeah, he kind of dealing with the pill stuff, and, you know, like, whatever the case may be. And he was telling me, like, nah, he said the same thing. Like, them pills be kind of like really messing with people's emotions. So that's what made me even feel better about like making my decision, because I just clear as day, I'm looking at him and I'm just looking at how, like, and my dad is one of them people where it's like, y'all be like, the way I talk and the shit, the way that I be nonchalant about it, I get a lot of them traits from my dad. So it's like, he one of them type of people, you be like, hey, you all right? And he'll be like, yeah, I'm cool, whatever, or try to just like kind of mumble and brush it off. But then he's one of them people like if you get him to start talking about sports, and then he'll go back to your original question and asking him, was he all right? And then he'd be like, nah, this is, and boom, 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 boom. And then he go into this. I'm like, bro, it's Christmas. It's nowhere in hell I can leave my father in the house by himself, depressed. It's no, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about doing nothing else. There's nowhere in hell I'll sit in here and watch all the games with him and just have random conversations about whatever games come on, because it was just like, nah, dog, it ain't nowhere in hell. It's just me personally, but I understand the difference and what made me think about that. I'm like, if I was telling that, if I had let's just say if my younger brother was a sister, there's no way you can tell your sister that about her father, or daughter about that about her father, and the emotions wouldn't be completely different from you telling it to a boy and he kind of just brushing it off like, it ain't really that big of a deal. And it was kind of just made me think about, damn, if I had kids. And you can kind of like, I know most men want to have sons, but it's like, do you really want to have sons for real? Because when them niggas get older, it's kind of like,
but that's what I'm saying. But then also, like I said, if you put that shield up where like, all right, I don't want to be bothered, or I don't want to go out, I don't want to do things, like that also goes on to you too. Like if you're not the type, well, I don't want to be around people, I don't want to be bothered, then it's like, all right, now you in your moods. It's like, well, what really can make you happy?
No, I agree with you with that, and I do understand that as well. But again, I think that's why,
because that also can play a factor. Like if you was more out and going about and being, around people or interacting, you probably wouldn't be in those moods. So that can play, like I said, that also can play a role when you just in your feelings or in your way with like, all right, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I don't want to be around people. But then it's like, all right, well, if I was around my family, or around other people, I probably wouldn't be in this funk.
You know, it's so funny that you said that, because I meant to say this last week when we was talking about it, kind of sometimes stuff just slipped my mind, but it was something that I thought about when I was at the funeral, and I was looking at how many pictures, like when they were just doing the slide, I'm like, bro, this nigga Neil used to be out a lot. And I'm not necessarily saying in the club, I'm just saying just out, like he had a lot of pictures. And that's sometimes because we always talk about how people just can't enjoy the moment, but then you kind of just look at it where it's like, damn, when it's something, I mean, of course, nobody wants to plan for that, but it's just like when you kind of get to see somebody almost replay their life via just a photo slide, and you kind of get to see like, damn, this person actually got to enjoy life, because you get to see them out and about doing so many different things, touching so many different groups of people, from, all right, it's at my kid's football game, or it's at this birthday party celebrating this person, or it's this, that, and the third. And so I kind of do agree with you. And I do think sometimes when you do get so isolated, and maybe that's another reason why it's easier for me to relate to my dad when I see that, because I mean, that isolation thing is a lot easier for me. But that is one of the things when I was at that funeral, that kind of made me think like, damn, like you kind of just don't want to be so secluded where it's like, God forbid, if something happened to you, like you just really didn't get to
enjoy life.
Nah, not even get to fuck and the enjoy life part. Did you really get to touch people? Because I mean, I'm sure for most people, I mean, you would have to ask people. But I think, I mean, this was a joke that we kind of had in a group chat together. And niggas was kind of like, and I told y'all this, I felt this way every time I heard Shy Glizzy funeral, like when he was just saying 1,000 bitches come to my funeral, like, of course, God willing, you would rather sit here and die at like 80 or 90 and you just outlive everybody. So it may be only like when our grandmother passed like a year ago, nigga, wasn't nothing but like 10 people there. Like, all right, how many grandkids you got? That's it. That's who here. Because if you live to 80 something years old, you might outlive a lot of your friends or people you want to, like, you just gonna be so disconnected from a lot of those things. But just with all that being said, you kind of just want to plan for the best, but then you want to also plan for the worst. So you kind of want to be like, damn, you don't want to be to the point where it's like nobody even remember you. You're so secluded, something, God forbid, happened to you. Then it's just like literally, all right, well, here's your funeral, and there's only 5 people there. Because them the only 5 people who still knew you was alive, realistically, because you kind of just erased yourself from the world because you're so included from the rest of the world. So I mean, I do agree with you. I don't disagree, but like I said, that is just one of those things where I would kind of recommend to people. Y'all know it's just even kind of even leaning that onto the health part when we talk about the pills, because it's like, because even Top asking me like, Dad, your dad gotta take them pills. And I'm like, he at that age, you don't got no choice. Like when you get that late in the game, and it's like, that's why you kind of got to keep up with your health while you're younger. So when you get to that age, hopefully, God willing, you don't got to be on them pills. But if you wait too late, and then it's like, oh, well, now you got to be on high blood pressure pills, and you kind of too old to really get your body back in the shape where you don't need them. It's like, all right, well, now you on them. And then after you get on them and you try to get off of them, I just a little bit, maybe too much TMI. My dad tried to get off them pills before, and he just end up having a seizure and blacking out. And my mom had to come in the bathroom and save him. Like, so it's one of those things where it's like, man, you got to be careful, because it's going to be like, you damn if you take them, if you damn if you don't take them. So you kind of don't want, if God willing, you want to try to be able to avoid ever even have to get on them. So like I said, I don't necessarily know how you avoid it. Only thing I can say is, I mean, continuously work out, be careful on what you eat. And then they kind of, I mean, of course, knowing when it's time to kick the sodas. And that's probably one of them things, like even for a while, even when my dad first got out of the hospital and they was like, all right, cool. He it wasn't no sodas and nowhere in sight for him. And then it was like, all right, when you kind of get back into your normal rotation, then you get heavy back on the sodas. Like to me, all right, if you had to get off of them when you was at your worst, then I don't think you should get back on them at your, but again, sometimes when it's your parents, they just like, even if they to the point where they kind of need to become your kid, they still your parents, so they still kind of have their ego and their proud on not fucking and listening to you or listening to the doctors for where they do what they want. So I mean, you got to kind of take all of that stuff with a grain of salt and kind of just figure out how to deal with it, I guess. And I guess another thing while we on holiday things, I do kind of want to give credit to, like, sometimes I always wonder, like, by podcasts or the Breakfast Club, like they go on those breaks, because me paying attention to just like all the blogs, like this week, like when it's like certain jumps that you just forcing, like, and I'm like, it's certain, like, bro, why are we watching Finesse 2 times argue with a little boy? Like, bro, I don't want to see this. Like, and that's the shit that almost make you be like wanting to unfollow the Shade Room and all of them other. I'm like, bro, nobody wants to see this. I don't care about him going back and forth with some goddamn 12-year-old, dog. Who cares? Nobody. I don't care about Dwight Howard and whatever he got going on with a baby moms, bro. You cannot expose somebody like Dwight Howard. Like his baby mom, like, oh, I'm tired of this, that, and the third. How are you going to expose a openly bisexual man? A nigga who is willing to and this is a professional athlete, so that's almost damn near the door you never supposed to open as a professional athlete. So for the fact that Dwight Howard is so comfortable in his own skin that he was willing to out himself when that dude was trying to sit here and extort him, like, bro, what can you say about Dwight Howard? People gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe he did this. You gonna
I don't think
she
couldn't talk from the beginning. She had an NDA. She couldn't talk because even when she was on Basketball Wives, she couldn't talk about him. She never mentioned his name on the show. So she had an NDA where she couldn't talk about him. So maybe it's up now, and that's probably why she's saying something.
But I'm just saying, who cares? You can't. It's nothing you can say about him. If he ain't never done nothing to no kids, what else can you say about him? Nothing. What's gonna be what is going to get people out of their body about Dwight Howard? This man literally was linking up with dudes and having threesomes like with niggas at his house. So what's gonna be the oh, let me spill this tea on? What's the tea you gonna give on Dwight Howard now?
I mean, I don't. Like I said, I mean, people been talking about it for years, so I mean, nothing changed. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Nothing. It ain't nothing you gonna be able to say about Dwight Howard is gonna get people shocked or ooh and ah. That's what I'm just saying. So I don't be mad. Like sometimes, like as a listener, you kind of like.
But that's why I think that's just her. I mean, when you look at the situation, like even last week when you was talking about when you said how somebody could turn around and have kids. That's just you like we had kids together, but now you marrying this girl. You know, like. That's when your emotions get come to best of you.
But what do that mean though? Dwight Howard been dating other women since this.
He been dating other women, but he's never been married. He's never been proposed. He never proposed to. So you saying now he show up like, damn. Now you.
Time. If you let's pause. No homo. Let's just play a game of hypotheticals. If you was this woman, you would be more upset about him proposing to this other girl than what he had going on last year or earlier this year with all the niggas trying to come out and sit here and say that he was.
But she didn't have kids with him a long time. But that's what I'm saying. So you as a baby mother, and now you see him. Now all of a sudden he's married or about to get married. You might feel some type of way.
Okay, Erica, you're the only woman in the room. Which one will bother you more? Your baby father moving on to get married, or your baby father coming out being a freak boy? Like,
but I think she knew all of that. She knew
what
it was about already.
So it's more so about you about to get married.
Yeah, I don't even think it's about him getting married. I mean, they haven't been together for so long. Like, who cares? Why would she even still care?
That's why I said I feel like that because even when the whole issue about his son when he came up, I think she said something about that.
But I think because they were saying that the son was in her care, that it happened in her care. She was saying no, it happened while the son was with the father.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So for her to come now, voicing like I said, I feel like it's just because he's about to propose. He never proposed to nobody. Everybody else been under wraps, been a hush. Like I said, she had an NDA where she couldn't even talk about mentioning him. So it's like you've been under wraps now.
I don't know. I don't necessarily know if all the other been under wrap or they just been regular women that nobody don't know.
No, they've been. I feel like
nigga, we knew that he talked to Tia Cooper. It's not no under wraps if I'm talking to just regular girls. These regular girls, nobody
right? But you said, but you're talking about, but that's what I'm saying. But you talking about talking to somebody, but actually having a child with that person. You had a child.
Like Dwight Howard got a lot of kids,
right? And I think she's the only one that we really knew about was her. We didn't know about the rest of them.
Well, maybe I'm just out of the loop. I don't even know who this woman
is. She was a cheerleader. She was on Basketball Wives. She was on original Basketball Wives, but she never mentioned Dwight Howard's name. She was a cheerleader for I want to say it was either the Magics or Miami. One of them. She was a cheerleader, and like I said, but she could never talk about. She could never bring his name up.
Yeah, just I mean, shout out to all the blogs. I get the job. Sometimes they just be thirsty. I'm like, bro, y'all don't get y'all staff no break. Even if I'm the person running it, like you don't want a mental break for yourself. Like I get it. Like to me, if I ran the shade room, the only thing I would have been posting like the Beyonce thing, that would have been it. For the rest of the week, I could have gave my brain a break, dog. I could have gave my page a break. Like I get it. I understand it. I mean, it becomes a business and it pays bills, but I just be like, bro, y'all, it's nowhere in hell you actually cared to even try to have to come up and type up whatever little paragraph you got as the headline, as the caption. I'm like, bro, it's nowhere in hell. Like I kind of almost respect neighborhood talk. They be like, hey, what y'all think? And I do another thing. I do want to sit here and say, I want to apologize to Ice Spice. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to apologize to her, but she kind of messing herself up because that little verse that she had, and because originally she put it out as just a freestyle, it was just her. She was doing one of the what's that, the on the block jump. And the crazy thing is, because Low DM, he was like, bro, her Ice Spice beats go so crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but she messing herself up because she just looked nuts. And that's the only thing people talking about in the comment section. And I mean, and I see everybody, every time some people start to talk crazy about her in the comment section, everybody remembers, hey, don't forget what happened to Chaz with Bowman. And people just like, bro, we don't care. Like, why is she doing it? Like, she doing this in our face. Like, come out and say something, or we gonna keep talking about it because this just looks crazy. And I'm just like, bro, this was, to me, was one of her best verses because NLE Chopper and the Baby, neither one of them niggas should ever be able to rap again in life. There's no way on me as a rapper, if I'm a rapper, there's no way on God's green earth I'm ever going to sit here and say Ice Spice had a better verse than me. Bro, I listened to that Hannah Montana song and I was like, bro, Ice Spice out-rapped the Baby and NLE Chopper. I was like, bro, both of them should have to delete every song that they ever put out in life. They should never even made a touch another microphone. And I'm not sitting here saying like maybe Ice Spice got a good ghostwriter on this jump. I don't know what it was because I like the song, but I hate both of their verses. I'm like, bro, she could have did it. The fact that I'm sitting here saying that Ice Spice could have did a song without both of them and listening to this song, she could have literally done it without them, and she had a better verse than both of them. I was like, bro, I don't even know what was the point. And that, to me, I feel bad for her because you just hopped on that Nicki Minaj train, and this song probably would have even been a better song. One, if you would have kept the weight on, and then two, if you probably would have had two girls on there that was more popular and more relevant. Because it's just like, to me, even getting a feature from NLE Chopper or the Baby, either one of them right now is kind of just like, damn, I can't get nobody else better. Like both of them two niggas is kind of just they kind of living off of their looks and not their music ability. Like women still feel like, okay, NLE Chopper is attractive to them and they still like the Baby, but now ain't nobody listening to neither one of them for no music. It's just like, that was horrible. Like, bro, so for the fact that I'm sitting here listening to an Ice Spice song and NLE Chopper don't come on, I'm like, all right. What did I just listen to? Then their Baby coming on. I'm like, bro, I cannot believe I literally had to listen to the song like 3 times. I'm like, bro, it's no way in hell I just listened to this Ice Spice song and she literally had a better verse than NLE Chopper and the Baby. I was like, yeah, both of them need to hang it up. I'm sorry. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, that one ain't gonna work for me. Why we kind of oh yeah, I still want to talk about the holidays real quick while we was right here. It was,
do people feel the need to label themselves in relationships around the holidays though? Like if you're talking to somebody and all around the Christmas time, it's like, well, what are we? We weren't nothing January through November. Why all of a sudden now it's Christmas, you want to see if this is your boyfriend? Like things get serious around the holidays. You know what I'm saying? It do. It's like, what you getting me for Christmas?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Ladies, I'm telling you this. If you ain't been his girlfriend January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, let it go. Let it go. And why all of a sudden December 25th, you expecting to be something that you wasn't the past 11 months?
Yes, I've been here, I've been sliding, I've been doing all the great things I needed to do. So when December come, I expect something in return for my time. Ladies, I've been holding down for all them time. Yeah. 11 months and I can't get a gift card. I can't get a perfume.
Right.
Yes, I'm gonna ask for something. My jaw hurts for all that day.
Oh I got locked off, eyes running, nose watering.
Yeah, my abdominal hurt. My back need a heating pad. Can I leave?
I do feel a little bad for B Simone's sister because they be doing her dirty when she be on the TikTok joint. Like, they be like, oh damn, shout out to your mom. I see your mom, and I'd be like, that shit will piss me off. Like, I don't know what their age gap is between them, but they not that old. They not that far in age for them to be calling that girl her mother. And she be in the joint like, what you mean? I look like somebody's mother? Like, the sister be going off. She be in her feelings about that. But again, I'm with them on that one. And I'm not gonna lie to you, just free game to all the fellas. If you feel like you got the sniper bone in your body, you may need to kind of sit here and shoot your shot a little bit harder this week. I don't know what it is in the air. I feel like women are a lot more flirty this week. I don't necessarily know if it's like the being lonely during the holidays kind of triggering people, but I feel like if you feel like you him, you better cash in while you got a chance. Get cash in right now. Like this week, maybe you got maybe a couple more days, but people probably be over the little holiday funk or whatever holiday depression that they have. But I just, for some reason, to me, it seemed like in the air that women are a lot more flirty this week. I don't know if they're a little bit more lonely or a little bit more desperate, but it just seemed like, damn, Christmas Eve came and it was just like, women was just like super lusty. So all I would tell niggas, while you got the opportunity, you might want to try to cash in on it. One more little holiday joke.
Have a Merry Christmas. I hope the stockings ain't the only thing getting stuffed, the ham ain't the only thing getting glazed, and the tree ain't the only thing getting lit. Y'all be good now.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, that's all I kind of had on the holiday stuff. That was my biggest takeaways. I'm just can't be happy just when you can just walk into the random stores again. And I did want to start up just grabbing some cologne because just like I said, off of just some of the things that we be having conversations about. And I just ran into Macy's and I felt like I overpaid for some cologne that I probably, if it wasn't so many people in the store, I could have took my time and actually just kind of went and probably found like 2 bottles for the price of the 1 bottle that I got. But it was just like, all right, cool. I'm just told myself that I'm going to try to make it a conscious effort to grab at least like a smell good per month, just so I just don't feel as like a kid about like, I just hate bad smells, or I hate people who smell like their clothes smell like it been in a bin or a box forever. Like that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves. Like when people say, you know how sometimes people are like, hey, what's your pet peeve? And you kind of don't have, like off the top of your head, you can't really think of it. And sometimes randomly they just hit me, or when you just smell that, like, damn, like bro, it smells like you just literally took this outfit out of a bin. Like that, and that to me, when you smell that, that's what make me be like, nah, that's what you really need to go get some colognes. Like you need to have like just some smell good on deck, so your clothes won't never smell like that. Because that's a pet peeve of mine. Like being around people and then you just be like, oh, that smell just drive me crazy, dog. Like, and I get it. Shit happens. People, you made your clothes or your coat really may have been in a bin. That's cool. But I still feel like, all right, just the adult in you and just the respect other people you around, have you some smell goods. So I do feel like I just ran into Macy's real quick and grabbed the bottle. I'm like, bro, buying a $200 bottle of cologne kind of like irritate my soul. And I feel like, bro, I feel like I violated myself, but I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just stick with a brand that you kind of familiar with, all right, it's still a good smell, but I kind of wondered, was like, damn, the better thing would have been, it was like, all right, if it wasn't as many people in here, you could have kind of took your time and really went through a couple of different bottles. But I was just like, and I was just so crazy because I seen a girl post on Notes, and she was just like, I want to get a new perfume every month. And I was like, damn, that's crazy that you said that, because I was literally thinking of the same thing. And she was just sending me just like you can just order some of the stuff you don't want. But I'm like, you can't order cologne and perfume unless you really just that comfortable in the brand. How you order something online, like you just go to bloomingdales.com or Neiman's or whatever. But I'm like, bro, you know how you kind of almost just, that's when you almost being a label whore for a cologne or perfume, because you don't, how you know what it smell like?
Because they got smell good. They got the scents in the magazines and stuff like that. That's how people be known. Like they still advertise them.
Or like the body oil.
Yeah, they advertise them in the magazines all the time. They be in the middle of the magazine. So if you smell like, oh damn, all right, I know this. What's the name?
Yeah, but how many people you think really getting magazines right now?
Dang, but I feel like if you just randomly looking in the magazine, you're like, oh, let me smell this.
I mean, she sent me a bunch of jokes, and I'm kind of looking at it like, all right, the bottle look fire, so I kind of get why the price is. And then it be the bottle look tight, and then it's kind of on the name, so it'll be like, what's the little jump that everybody be? What's the name of this one? Hold on, I'm gonna look at, because she DM'd me the jump. What was the name of this shit? What's this jump? Valentino. Like, and the bottle look fire. Like the bottle is tight. Like the bottle looks sweet. But of course, this bottle gonna be like, it's gonna run you like damn near $200. So, but it's one, you paying for the name, and then you paying for, to me, it's like you paying for the name and you paying for how cool the bottle look. So it's just like, I mean, those things is, I mean, something you kind of got to get over. And that's just me just being cheap. The product, like, I feel like you literally just paying for the name. Okay, because it's Prada, it's the bottle, it looks sweet. If you want to have it, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, to me, it's worth it if you just, I guess if you want to go outside. Like the thing that's would disturb me, and I'll probably eventually end up stopping, is like, hey, all right, now you like 2 colognes in, and you still ain't been nowhere but the gym. Like that's gonna kind of drive you crazy. Like in your mind, like 2025, you planning like, all right, maybe can I just go to, what's the joint that I keep saying I want to go to? What is it? Trap karaoke or R&B's only? Like some of them jumps, because I feel like even if you randomly just get the courage and be like, hey, I'm going to go to this place in the last minute, you want to have your stuff prepared so you can just randomly do something last minute, because you don't want to sit here and say, hey, I want to go to trap karaoke, but then you ain't got no smell good in the house, like, or you don't have an outfit or some, just like all those things. To me, I feel like as an adult, you kind of almost got to plan out a little bit. You almost damn near got to plan for the miscellaneous things you may get invited to, and you kind of just want to be paid. And why are we talking about invited to, and we talking about the holiday season? Because New Year's Eve is here around the corner. If you are one of those people like me, where you're not trying to go to a club, or you're trying to go to a church, but you don't really want to, because I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's not no shade to the church that I normally go to, is the City of Praise. They kind of just, it's too much of a concert for me. Like, I want to go New Year's Eve and I want to hear the pastor preach. I really don't want to go for just the music and the like feeling like I'm in church, but it's like, okay, it's replacing the club. No, I want to go, if I'm going to church on New Year's Eve, I kind of really want to hear the word. So for people who know who Stefan is, or Showtime XIB, he is preaching at Zion, their Greenbelt location. Their Greenbelt location, for people who are in the DMV area and you're looking for, and the doors open at 10 p.m. He will stop preaching at 10:30, and their Greenbelt location is 8829 Greenbelt Road, and that is the Zion Church. I believe he told me it was the old Kmart, but again, the address is 8829 Greenbelt Road in Greenbelt, Maryland. That is Zion Baptist Church in Greenbelt. And like I said, the doors open at 10. He said he will stop preaching at 10:30. So if you're looking for a good pastor, and I guess the best way I can kind of explain him for people who may not be familiar, or if you haven't heard him preach before. But I mean, of course, you can go on YouTube. You could put in Zion, and you could put in Pastor Stefan Lindsay, and you can probably catch one of his service. But I do feel like, I mean, I think if you haven't heard me talk about YouTube pastors enough, I hope you will be able to just go on my word for it, and not just him being a close friend of mine, but just me being just off of taking the bias out and just sitting here saying he has a good YouTube pastor voice. He has the energy, he has the voice for it. He's literally sound like everybody else that you share on YouTube. Of course, the numbers may not match because he just haven't hit the algorithm in the right way, but just like what you're looking for in your Pastor Mike's, or your Pastor Mike Todd's, or your Jerry Flower, somebody that's relatable but has a solid, strong voice that keeps you entertained and keep you engaged with the message at the same time, but he's young enough to kind of make the word be more relatable and more digestible for you. I would highly recommend it, especially if you, like I said, it's New Year's Eve and you're looking for something to do, and it's not necessarily a club, or you don't want to drink, or you don't want to do all those other things. Like I said, that is Greenbelt. That is Zion Church, their Greenbelt location. And again, the address is 8829 Greenbelt Road in Greenbelt, Maryland. The doors open at 10 p.m. So I definitely will be there. That is where I will be spending my New Year's Eve. And you know, just real quick, while we talking about that, that is something like church to me is one of those things where it's kind of like, it's iffy on like some dating type of situation. Like I can only go to church as a date with somebody who's really into church, because you kind of got to know, you got to have some type of church etiquette. I'm not coming in here to talk. I'm not coming here to hold hands. I'm not coming in here to look cool or sweet with you. If we go to church and we meet up at a church, like kind of like give me like, I'm cool with it. If the pastor's saying something crazy and we in there together and you give me a tap or a nudge, cool. That's kind of almost like just the human nature of two humans in church together if you sit next to each other. But don't come in there and try to be like, oh, hold my hands and let's stand in line. Nah, I don't want to do none of that. I want to be able to move out of get in my space. I want to be able to have room. If I need to get on your hands and knees and pray and you really into it, you want to lock in like that. I've been into church with women before and they really kind of even been locked in more on the word, and they be real live, really on their hands and knees praying, really into it. And you got to be with somebody who understands that won't bother you and kind of be like trying to fit in and get in with you and allow you to really lock in with the word and allow you to lock in with your feelings and your emotions. So like I said, that is one of those things where you kind of be like on the fence with on how you kind of want to move during the holidays, or like I said, or if you're going New Year's Eve and you're thinking about going to church and you might want to go with somebody, that is something to think twice about. I do want to play this clip real quick because we did talk about Kerry Washington on that on the new movie that's on Netflix. Just to play this clip because this was a clip when she went super crazy on this. I think I'm gonna have you relieved of your duties, and I'm gonna bring a white lieutenant in here to show you how to run this unit. Over my dead body, sir. Hold on real quick, just before that part come in, I do want to just, because the name of the movie is what is it, the 6888, and the real quick, and just to kind of paint the picture on how far this movie place is because I'm sure if this was modern day and you can kind of get a little bit more, but yeah, think about it. This is like right after slavery. This is like still whites over here, blacks over there, even in the military. Because even let's be clear, if you watch this movie, there were some white Marines who were in lower tiers than her because Kerry Washington's character was a high-ranking person in the military. So it was some people who were supposed to be up under her and wasn't supposed to talk back. And because they were white men, they was kind of like buckling with her. And she had to go to her superior officer and kind of get them to check them. But realistically, there should have never been no, I mean, especially in this day and age, it don't matter who it is, you wouldn't see that type of pushback. But for them to get that type of pushback. So when she even said, over my dead body, sir, this is a higher ranking white man who's higher ranked in the military, but this is still in front of her. You talking about she is the head woman in charge over hundreds of women. So she kind of can't just back down. So I just wanted to paint that picture a little bit so this clip kind of, you can really get the feel on how when she get this shit off, it kind of just make you feel some type of way. Like, yeah, Kerry Washington went like, that was one of them jokes. Like, if this was in a movie theater, the whole entire movie theater would have rose up to their feet and would start clapping. Like, black people would have acted like black people after Kerry Washington got this situation off in the movie theater. Like, this was in an actual movie theater. I know for a fact, if you was in a black movie theater, everybody in the goddamn movie theater would have started going crazy for Kerry Washington after this part.
What did you say? Sir, with all due respect, my battalion is working day and night in horrible conditions. We have no heat most of the time. Gets so cold that the women have to put the water in helmets to wash themselves. You gave us this place to turn into a barracks with no bed and no help. And my women are harassed. And then they are befriended only to be asked if they have tails under their skirts after midnight because of the rumors of white soldiers. You sent a chaplain not to pray, but to spy on us. We just lost 2 soldiers to a UXB who were highly trained. And I know because I trained them. And you wouldn't even give the orders for them to have a proper burial. Now, I know we are fighting a war, but our war starts with being Negro. We are fighting on every front. So as I said, sir, over my dead body, sir.
She smoked that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how the Oscars or Emmys or whatever run or how they do no voting, but in the black household, in the black community, Kerry Washington, you went triple platinum in the hood off of that goddamn part of the movie right there alone. I swear to God, that was trending for like 4 days on goddamn Twitter. Oh, shout outs to Kerry Washington because she smoked that part. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if you have not already seen it yet, and you still, I'm sure January 1st come in and you probably gonna be hungover. I'm telling you, cut Netflix on, and I promise you, you cannot go wrong. You can even watch the what is this? What I say is the 668, or you can watch what's the airplane Joan Carry On, or like I said, you can get into the Equalizer. Netflix got plenty of stuff for you to watch and lock in. And like I said, this is not a paid ad. Netflix ain't cutting no checks, but if you find it in your kind heart, I definitely what's like the little homeless people, my change can is wide open for you. I do want to play this clip real quick of this young lady. Her name is Alicia. She is performing at Rolling Loud. And Lo sent me this clip and I told him, I said, this is right here. What she did is the main reason why I hate Rolling Loud and I hate festivals, especially for newer artists. Because let's be clear, she has a big song. It was like big on social media. It's very big in the South. And of course, Lotto is on the song. It's called Back Outside, Back Outside. Whatever that little song is, it's catchy. It's catchy on social media. It's a big song in the South, but I don't think realistically you performing at Rolling Loud to me is like, and this is what I told Lo, I think you, as a younger and a newer artist, Rolling Loud, or even not just Rolling Loud, but any of these festivals for smaller, newer artists ain't nothing but an open mic for real. Because most of these people don't know you. And when I play this clip, you're going to hear her, like she know that these people don't know her. But that to me is like, why even be performing? And I understand it's a check behind it, so that's why you performing. But still, to me, the smaller thing would be is just work your smaller clubs. And instead of you sitting here trying to run and go perform and Rolling Loud, try to come up with another hit record.
This next song is new. It's unreleased. Some of y'all probably don't even know who the fuck I am in the first place. And y'all like, bitch, you don't even know the release, so how you gonna just drop some unreleased shit like that? Some of y'all up in here because I'm just fine. And I'm cool with that. When you leave, look me up. You know me? I know you too. Ain't we related? We related. On my daddy's side. On my daddy's side? Yeah, okay, period. Anyway, this song is unreleased. Y'all know who Tink is? Don't get too excited because she's not here. She just on a song. Okay? Anyway, this song is very cutesy, very demure, very mindful. I feel like the ladies gonna love it. Come on, boss.
But so, like I said, that's my point of just you. The fact that you know that the crowd don't know you for real, but I like it. I mean, you get to show your personality on social media. You using the clips or whatever case may be. But that time that you had to get yourself ready, you had to probably get your DJ or whoever to get ready to go do Rolling Out. You could have said took that same time. You could have been in the studio working on a new song. You could have been on your own social media platforms working out stuff that kind of just build on your audience that you already have building for yourself. And I do want to give Lotto some credit because Lotto kind of be like doing what a lot of the male rappers used to do, like Wayne or Drake would do or Jay-Z would do. She'll find a hot song that's kind of like on the underground circuit real quick, jump on it, and just kind of do her thing to add it to her set and lead a person to figure it out. Now, let's be clear. Lotto will do a little bit different from what Wayne or Jay-Z or Drake. Well, Wayne probably was a little bit different because Wayne will bring niggas out and perform the song with them. But Lotto just add, like, this is just a new song she gonna add to her playlist. Because I've seen Lotto do this a lot. Like, if his song is bubbling, Lotto will use her star power, get on the song, murk the remix or murk the feature, and then now you never kind of hear from some of these people ever again after Lotto kind of go crazy on the song. So I would just, again, like I said, just to me, those festivals, those Rolling Louds, if I was managing an artist or any younger artist hitters, I would just recommend stop doing them, dog. It's literally nothing but a glorified open mic. And I understand you may be getting paid for some of this. Like your travel may get paid and you feel like you're giving yourself some exposure, bro. I promise you, you can get more exposure and working on songs and working on stuff on TikTok. And those things will realistically benefit you more than just doing that Rolling Loud. Like it's a little fat dude. He from Philly. It's him and the dude. What's I believe the dude name is like Young Sturdy. Both of them from Philly, but I can't play the song. But they got like a little sample jump, and it's a dance is going viral on TikTok right now. And it's it can't be falling, I get the done, and they be doing a little pause, and then they be just like doing a little dance to it. But that to me is like, bro, work on that. Like, get those moments on social. And the song ain't even out. Like, I go on Apple Music every day. Anytime I see the song, like, damn, they still ain't put this song out. But my whole point of it, that song is huge. Now I'm sure maybe that sample may be a little bit harder to clear. So probably I only think that's the reason why it's not on those streaming platforms. But still, that fact is, this song is trending. Like, this was one of the big songs that everybody couldn't wait to get to do during the holidays. And they ran and did it. And then again, shout out to the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. They kind of like back. And I love the fact that Detroit, and this is the NFL. I mean, of course, because I'm sure people who work on NFL social media, obviously, I'm sure they had to be white. Because the Detroit Lions, not this Sunday that just passed, well, that will be the day when we record, but last Sunday, one of the Detroit Lions did the Viking dance. I know I talked about that song on here probably like a month or some change ago now, and I don't know the dude name. I spelled it when we talked about it. When I talked about it on here, the little nigga name is, I want to say Shaheem, but it's he spelled it SAAHEEM. That's the name of the project. His name is SHBAII. I don't know how he pronounced his name because he, like I said, but he used to have a song, and I didn't even know that he had this song back in the day, and it was 21 Savage featured on the joint, and it was what's the song? His Sticks, something. I can't remember. This song was a minute ago. This was like right at like when live mixtape was coming like to the tail end of it. But he was from Atlanta, whatever the case may be. He had a big song like right towards the end of live mixtape, that live mixtape run. But anyway, he got a big song right now. It's called Viking. Everybody do it's a little dance where they be doing it, and the reason I got hip. Do that same two dudes that I was talking about, the young dudes from Philly, they was doing the dance with Des Dior, and I seen them kind of kick it off, and now I see everybody else do it, and you see a lot of the younger people. But anyway, one of the Detroit Lions did it, and I seen the NFL was trying to, they was picking it up like, oh, this, but I'm like, damn, y'all would know that this shit hit even harder because the Vikings and the Lions right now are fighting for their division to be who the number one team in that division. So for this song, it's called Vikings, and when the dude shot the video, he paid homage to Randy Moss in the video. Like he recreated a Randy Moss ESPN cover, whatever the case may be, with when Randy Moss did I believe it was either a Sports Illustrated or it was an ESPN cover of a magazine, and Randy Moss did that video shoot, and he had the angel wings attached to his jersey, whatever the case may be. So when the dude shot this video for this song, he recreated the Randy Moss joint, and of course, and it kind of like the video came out like right around the same time when Randy Moss was letting people know that he was dealing with it was kidney cancer or whatever Randy Moss got going on. So it literally came out around the same time. So for Slim to do it for the Detroit Lions, I'm like, damn, if the NFL was really hip, you kind of know this dance is almost a double entendre because they battling the Vikings for the number one spot in their division, and the name of the song is Viking and all that. But like I said, again, that was just something, me just having a little random attack where I love that's the thing I love about TikTok, because these little moments that help put songs to another level. And that was what I was telling Lo. I'm like, bro, look how big that song is. That's not, the club didn't make this song big. Nobody else didn't make this song big. TikTok made this song big. Even it's a commercial that TikTok running, and they had the girl Very Demore in the commercial, but they was just like, bro, how moments is made, songs blow up. All of this do be happening on TikTok, and it's kind of like I almost wonder like why Instagram never kind of like, and I don't know if that's because they try to get people to pay for advertisement or what it is. I'm like, but why y'all never just lean into allowing the algorithms to be a little bit more friendly? Like, I don't understand it, because that's what people are on TikTok, because the algorithm is more friendly. And when I say more friendly, I mean more friendly to the content creator. Like, it allows somebody, like when we started this episode off, somebody, that may not have millions of followers, but allow their video to still reach millions of people. But Instagram be so stingy with their algorithm that they never do that. And that's why Instagram will always get the secondhand stuff after TikTok is already then hoarded out. Like, it won't out there reach Instagram. It's like, oh, bro, this shit's already old. Like, everybody in their mother already ran it up on TikTok. So, like I said, again, shout out to Slim. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that Viking song go crazy. Like, that's literally one of them songs I didn't play a million times. Like, that is just, the beat go crazy, the cadence on the song go crazy. Like, when he did, but turning the niggas an icy bird, like that, he's just one of them little catchy Atlanta type of Jones where it's like, only somebody from Atlanta could have made this. And shout out to Jim Jones. Jim Jones performed, I believe Funkmaster Flex had I believe, is it called? Was it? I forgot. It's something. Funkmaster Flex had one of them, like almost like a winter summer jam. He had it at the Barclays Center, and Jim Jones came out, and Jim Jones kind of did what, like, almost classic mixtape style type of jump. Like, he kind of strong on that problem jump, and because he's Jim Jones, the girl, whoever, I believe that's Most Def Daughter. I believe that's who that is. Who is on the song originally is, they sampled it from anyway the Problems, but he switched it and changed it into Harlem, and like. That shit to me cranked 100 times harder, because that Problem song just got too many people rapping on it, and it's just too much. But Jim Jones kind of just strong armed that joint, and to me, if you sit here saying which one just sounds better and is more catchy, it's almost a Harlem joint, because it's just like the way he kind of it made you feel like, damn, like this is kind of like a New York song. Like, New York ain't had one of these type of songs in a minute that it made you feel like I'm in New York. And I think that's the difference, and one of the reasons why New York kind of almost had rap in a chokehold for so long, because of course New York is just the media capital. So for somebody like Jim Jones to kind of just remind you what a New York song supposed to feel and sound like, I like how Jim Jones kind of strong on that. And I guess one of the other bigger stories that realistically was probably really kind of had social media in a chokehold over the weekend was, of course, Young Thug and all his jail conversations being leaked. Devin Haney kind of looking like a simp, and I kind of want to play that. I don't know which one I want to play first. Was it Mariah the Scientist, or was it? I kind of want to play the Devin Haney joke, because Devin Haney looked like. And can I say another relationship that people really don't care about? And I'm not gonna lie to you, like Ray J and what's the Princess Love and the Sukihana joke. Like, I like the Princess Lady. What's the girl? I like her clapback when they originally started off. Like, I feel like some of these jokes be like, give me the original version, and after we get this original back and forth, I don't need it for the extra today. Like, this shouldn't be a story that don't linger. Like, if you don't catch it in the first 6 hours, let it die, dog. Like, that to me would blow me about the blogs. Like, they be trying to drag a story and milk it for like 4 days. These are not 4 day worth of celebrities. Like, bro, this is Ray J, Sukihana, and Princess Love, or whatever this girl name is. Like, these people should not be dominating the blogs for 3 days in a row with their back and forth. Like, the first day it happened, cool, because I like the little clap back, because this girl kind of be low key. It seemed like she don't be as messy. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, so I could be absolutely wrong about her, but it seemed like she's a little bit more classy. And I'm not gonna lie to Ray J, bro, it's a downgrade. Maybe you just a freaky nigga, so you kind of Sukihana trigger some other type of stuff for you. But to me personally, if I'm just going off of looks, there's no way in hell I'm going from that girl to the same way Marcus was going hard and sitting here saying there's no, if he was Ray J, he would did no swap for Tiny and the same girl. There's no way in hell I would have did no goddamn. I'm not swapping Princess out for Sukihana. I don't give a fuck if she's Suki with the good coochie or nothing. There's no way in hell you would have got me to do that swap. I'm sorry. Where the fuck is this? Young Thug. Oh, here we go.
You said there's two things. What is it?
I just had like.
Tell me. Don't do that. Tell me. Please.
thought we were just like, I thought we were like the same. I just couldn't believe what you. I don't know.
We are aligned. We are. I said it came out wrong. I'm sorry. I worded it the wrong way, and I did not mean it that way. I really did. You have to believe me. Like, you're like laughing. It's not funny. It's not funny. I would never say that. Like, I would never say that. Like, that's not the person I am. I would never. Why are you looking at me like that? Stop. You don't even believe me. It's like you don't believe me. You're raising your eyebrow. You're like.
It's not that I don't believe it. It's just I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Okay, well, it came out wrong. I'm telling you, it came out wrong, and I did not mean it that way. I meant to say, like, I want you to, like, obviously, I want you to be out here with me, like. Do you get it? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so my first question for y'all before I even try to play anybody else or go find the jump. If y'all was Devin Haney, how would you feel? So for people who don't know who that was, this is Devin Haney's baby mom. This is his fiance. And this clip was supposed to happen, I guess, like soon as Young Thug got locked up. Because I think Young Thug only did like 2 years and some change. Or maybe not even, because what was he got? I'm going to say this happened in 2022. This clip is from 2022. And her and Devin Haney end up getting engaged in 2023. So my question to y'all is, if you were Devin Haney, how would you feel?
I didn't watch the clip, so I don't know what did she do or what was the problem.
I mean, she ain't really do nothing besides what you just heard. I mean, going to visit a nigga in jail, and you kind of was emotional about it. Like whatever relationship y'all had, it had some emotional ties behind it because she got emotional behind the conversation that they was having.
How old is the child?
Only a year. They only.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
So you wouldn't care neither, Erica? You be cool with it?
Is he mad because she moved on?
No, Haney.
She's with Devin Haney now. She's with Devin Haney now. So the Young
So she
Thug
asked
thing
if you was Devin
a
Haney,
year.
how would you feel hearing this conversation that happened before y'all got married or even had a child?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, why does it matter?
So y'all crazy because I'm gonna tell you why it matters. Because if I'm Devin Haney is not we talked about Devin Haney. Devin Haney roster is official. Devin Haney get to the cheeks. Like he is a cheeks clapper. Devin Haney's roster is elite. Devin Haney is not an ugly man. I would feel some type of way if my fiance and my baby mother was gun-ho over Young Thug.
Why?
Nigga, because you the same reason why you asked me, do I think Travis Hunter look good? Nigga, Young Thug is uglier than Travis Hunter. What the fuck do you mean? Why?
But if that was before me, why would I be?
Man, because that means, bitch, you basically selling pussy. Why the fuck are you fucking me and Young Thug don't look nothing alike? How was Young Thug got you that emotion when somebody goddamn jail?
But ain't that the type of woman he's engaging with? He's not like, it's not like she's a church woman. Like that's his type, right? He goes for those type of women, right?
What you mean? Women is what in the spotlight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. You can't be in the spotlight like that. Not fucking boo-hooing over Young Thug on the damn jail phone. Like I'm gonna feel.
But she didn't even sound like she was boo-hooing. She just sounded like she was talking like a normal girl. Like I don't. What was the like? Oh my god, I miss you type. I ain't
let the clip play all the way out. But so I'm gonna play this clip of Devin Haney follower responding to this video though. Because Devin Haney
twin and
more talking.
His twin and she's got more pee than a lot of niggas and all that other shit. Well, then that shows that you believe that she's a catch, that she is somebody. You know what I'm saying? And for her to say, okay, that was before I met Dev, but now I'm secure in a relationship that I'm in. He should have just saluted it instead of being in his feelings and coming back with all this old extra other shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then screaming the big P. Well, in the big P, I said, you got to let the woman do the choosing. She chose publicly which way she was going and set up saluting that. You come back and say now, oh, I can have that shit if I wanted it. which makes no sense.
Yeah, that's where it got real murky for me.
Yeah, because you can't have it if she don't want to fuck with you. And she said that she said publicly, I don't want to fuck with you. But then you come back and then say, well, I can have it if I want. And then his twin, everybody else ran with the shit because they don't understand the game. But he's been in the public eye with women, public figures or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he got a stomach for it. You got to have a stomach for this shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way it goes. So I think it was a little bit of lying inside those tweets. You know what I'm saying? And when it's Big P, it ain't no lying. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, unless it's big playing. And if the P stand for playing and there's some playing going on, then you can never tell what a nigga that's playing is doing.
So I do respect Devin Haney father. Devin Haney father do kind of stay on brand. He kind of is the mouthpiece for their brand and for what they got going on.
But see, even with him speaking on, like, why are you addressing that?
I mean, because that's how he do Devin Haney business, period. Like, Devin Haney is not a talker. Like, his dad do a lot of the talking. Even when it comes to promoting his fights, Devin Haney, that's on brand for how their relationship is. His father do a lot of the talking. Like,
but that's my question, is how we even got this video, right? It wasn't like no information was leaked, like, oh, such and such, this would happen. Somebody just went on happily and just leaked the video and say, oh, this Devin Haney girl, right? And so for him,
what you mean the jail leaked it? It's
the right. So what?
Play the rest of these Young Thug clips. It was multiple Johnson.
So it was other people that was leaked, and they just attached her to.
No, so one of her videos got leaked. One of Mariah Science's videos got leaked. When Mariah Science was in jail, I mean, she was at the jail visiting Young Thug, and she was explaining the Diddy and Cassie video to Young Thug. And then it was another jump where Young Thug was in there talking to one of his men. So it was like 3 different videos of Young Thug that got leaked from his jail calls. So I mean, but like I said, that to me that's Devin Haney. That's it. That's like, bro, that's just his dad. That's on brand for his dad. His dad kind of just realistically, he is his mouthpiece. He kind of realistically just speak up for Devin Haney. It kind of don't matter what the situation is. Let me play this other clip of Young Thug that got leaked, because people took this one out of context to me.
So Mariah today, she's like, man, she said she feel better from talking to you.
For sure.
You got her in her feelings, man.
What happened?
No, I'm just saying she loves you, man.
Oh, for sure.
Like overly.
Yeah, like too much. Sometimes too much.
What? Like it scares you how much?
Yeah. Because it's like, damn, if I do something, if I like smack me up, if I smack something or something like that, you probably be devastated. And that's the part that I don't like, when it's like, when you feel like me being the nigga that I always been is devastating, that's when it's like, you too deep. But I'm in love with her, for sure, 100%. Like, I ain't even straight doing that, but I know me. I know, nigga get out, nigga be at the
moving around. Yeah.
You're gonna be moving around. You're gonna be just handling the just because you're moving around. Or, you know how that go. But
yeah,
for the most part, I ain't even call no other girl. If I ain't call no other girl in like a week.
Really?
No girl. And I usually call at least 10 girls every time I get on the phone just to hear time.
Yeah. A lot of girls hit me up. Asia hit me up out of the blue. What was the girl with the freckles? Remember her?
Yeah, Latasha.
Yeah, she hit me up.
Look, when I come out tonight, I'm gonna call you.
You want me to call her?
Yeah, for sure. So I want you to text her and tell her, for sure.
Yeah. Wham hit me the other day. He wants to talk to you too.
Who?
Wham.
Okay. When I come out, because I will. They only had one person out before me.
So my question for y'all is, okay, if you was Mariah Sciences in that situation, because I feel like people took it out of context of what he said, but my first question for y'all would be, would you be more mad at Young Thug for telling him to call that girl, or would you be more mad at his man for even relaying that message about that other girl?
You would be mad at him for telling him to call the girl. Why would I be mad at the friend?
Because he ain't have to relay that message. Like if you, because to me, like especially if we supposed to be like a family, we supposed to be friends, cordial because me and Thug in a relationship, and you know that, and you're relaying the message saying that, oh, this girl really love you, like she be da 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 da. Why are you even telling him about any other girls then? You say like keep it now because now when he out, I don't even want to see you around me, nigga, because you was relaying messages for other bras.
I mean, I would have a problem, but I would have the problem more so with him because just because he told you don't mean you had to do it. Like, how many dudes out here really champion their boys that's in a relationship and they don't speak about no other females to them?
I feel like if you really respect your man's relationship, I feel like you shouldn't. To me, because it's just like that. To me, is like you can't. Yeah, I just feel if you respect your friend's relationship,
you got to give friends a reason to respect it. If you're not taking it seriously, why would they respect it?
Yeah, I don't even care if they take it. If I know you in a relationship, I won't sit here and send. You know, it's so funny. I clown Top about this all the time. I say, damn, what your girl got your Instagram DM? Because why you keep sending all this stupid shit? When the fuck did we start? When did you start becoming low daddy? Like you trying to send me funny memes? Like nigga, send me the bitches. What are you doing? So, but I said I'm not going to respect this. I'm not going to respect this group chat if you don't sit here and be like, hey, I got a girl, my girl, because that's how you moving. You DMing me like you got a girl watches this fucking DM. Because I'd be like, bro, when the fuck did this become the comic? This ain't Comic View, nigga. Like, when the fuck did our group chat become Comic View? Like, nigga, you not low daddy. Stop sending me the funny shit. Send me the hoes. What is you doing? Like, what the hell is going on right here? But that's my point. If as a man, I know which one of my friends, hey, I can't send the hoes to. Top is supposed to be my friend that I can send the hoes to. So if I can't send the hoes to you, like, all right, now I gotta go find. I know this. Now I got some homegirls that I be like, we be on the same fitness girl jump. So okay, cool. I know some girls that I can send this to. Since you sitting here, you just not man enough to admit your relationship. Cool. I just want we gonna have to figure out a common ground. Don't send me 10 funny videos without sending some pussy through this jump because you throwing me off right now. But I'm the single nigga, so nigga, don't fucking DM me a bunch of ha funny video. Nigga, I'm not trying to laugh, nigga. This shit ain't funny. Life ain't funny, nigga. I'm trying to find me some hoes to look at. The fuck is you doing? Like, nigga, I hate that shit. Like, stop trying to send me funny videos. Send me some bitches. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, but I think just to me personally, if you are a man and you know that if I know my man is in a relationship and this is just like, especially if I led the conversation with, hey, Mariah was da da da, like I'm not about to tell you about no other girl. Like that to me was more on his man than anything. But I think the other part that people, I mean, of course, because the way the blogs worded it, he would just sit here saying that she would have been heartbroken if he did talk to 10 girls. He said in the same conversation, like, yeah, I love her too, but I just don't like how gun-ho she is that she will crash out if she found out I was talking to 10 girls. He didn't say he was. He just said that he was just basically painting a picture where he don't like that she's so in love with him that he know for a fact that she would crash out if he was talking to 10 different women.
You don't give her a reason to. You can't tell nobody how to love you or how to act. You know what I'm saying? When their feelings and their emotions are involved.
Yeah, I mean you can't, but I get what he's saying. Like he's still saying, like, nigga, I'm Young Thug. Like, don't be too crazy. Like, come on. Like,
you saying I'm Young Thug? Like, yeah, this is supposed to happen. So if it happened, like, don't be upset about it. No.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
No, but we're in a relationship, so I have a right to be upset about it. Just because you are who you are, don't mean that makes it okay for you to go out here and sleep with somebody else. And we're in a relationship. I'm supposed to be like, oh, it's cool because you're rich and you're famous. That's what happens.
Kinda. That's how. I mean, that's
but
what.
But that's the crazy thing. Is just like what you saying. Even with the whole Devin Haney situation, like, all right, if I was dealing with him before I got with you, then why are you upset about it?
What you mean? Why am I getting upset about it?
If I dealt with Thug before I got with you, right? Mm-hmm. So why would you be upset with the whole now the video coming out? This was before me and you even got together. So why would you be upset about it?
I probably just, like I said, that to me would just be my male ego. That would just be my male ego that would kind of just get a little bruised and a little upset because I just don't want to like. I mean, I know that you had a past, but I just wouldn't be a fan of me knowing about the past. That's all that would be. Like I said, that's just the male ego side. Especially if I'm Devin Haney, my male ego would just be like, bro, you my baby moms, you my fiance, like you was over here crying about Young Thug. Like that shit would kind of piss me off. Anyway, a story that was going viral over the weekend, especially over the holidays. There was a picture of a couple. It was a couple, and they had two younger kids that were, I guess, was theirs together, and then the father had an older son. And they were still all are still small. Like the two younger boys that they had together were very small. But the older son maybe looked like he might have been like 4 or 5. Like the other one of them looked like it was only a couple months, and the other little boy made it look like 2. So let's just sit here and say one was maybe 3 months years old, the other one was 2, and the other one may have been 5 or 6. So the 5 or 6, so the two youngest ones and the mom and the dad had green Christmas pajamas on, and the little boy that was like I said 5 or 6, he had on an all black Christmas pajamas. Basically, that was the outfit that they had last year. So probably last year where it was only the 5-year-old and maybe the 2-year-old, they all had matching PJs on them. But this year, now there's another little kid in there. They made the oldest one stand out like a sore thumb. So of course it went viral. And people were dragging it because the mom's seen the picture and she kind of violated and went crazy on the Facebook or whatever case may be. And shout out to people who still just go to Facebook. I kind of be wondering sometimes, like, damn, if Facebook, Instagram, and Threads is all attached to each other, they all are meta products. I always wonder, like, why people don't like crash out on Threads like they do on Facebook. Like, I feel like some people just leave Facebook. I guess it's almost like TikTok, like, but Facebook behavior be literally only on Facebook. It never kind of like trickles over to nothing else. Maybe sometimes, maybe Twitter a little bit, but Facebook seemed like where people really really be blacking out. And I'll be wondering, like, maybe because they know everybody. I guess when you tell your business on Facebook, you feel like everybody you kind of know your business already, or maybe familiar with the characters that you may be putting on blast, and maybe that's why people always constantly just keep their emotions on Facebook. Of course, y'all are parents, so y'all kind of can chime in on this because I really can't have.
Well, what did she say though? The mother.
On why she did it?
No,
she kind of made it like she really. The moms.
The baby mother. What was she saying?
Oh, she wasn't a fan of that shit. She was like, you shouldn't. If you're gonna leave my child over there, don't even have my child over there, or don't even have my child in the picture. You making my child look crazy and feel crazy, and he shouldn't even be in the picture. If you gonna make him feel that way, then he don't need to be over there.
Because my only question is, because we don't know the scenario, but if he had the Christmas outfit from last year when they took pictures,
then
right.
we not going to, everybody's going to just wear what they wear.
But okay, but what if we didn't know if he was going to be there?
Doesn't matter. He's here now.
Right. So how do you change it? Like,
okay,
if
then we going to put on regular clothes or just wear random pajamas. We're not all going to be matching, and that one child's not going to be matching. I don't care. It's no way you could try to flip that and make that okay. If he just popped up at the house and we about to take a photo shoot right now, he just popped up. Okay, hold on. Everybody just switch up then. You can't have him stand out like that.
Yeah, that one was crazy. I'm with Eric on that one. Even if he just randomly popped up, then just cancel the picture. Like, it's not that fucking deep.
Well, you don't even have to cancel it. Everybody, if you want to, or just okay, well, you with this, you with this. Don't make everybody match, and then he doesn't. You can't explain that.
Yeah, because realistically, if he just popped up, then the dad should just wear the same fucking pajamas from last year too. Then, and then her and her two newer kids, they could have wore the green, and then him and his son could have wore the black. Then that would have been cool.
So why? Then the fact that the dad was cool with that's wild. Like, how is that okay?
But again, that goes back into the conversation that I had originally when I was talking about my dad. That's the difference between if that was a daughter, because I feel like sometimes like niggas just be so. If that's the sad thing about men and women is like a woman could get in a new relationship and unless, and I'm not saying all, but most women won't switch up on their family, especially on their mom and their dads or their kids or whatever can need. But niggas, we talked about this on here before. When they get in new relationships, they just get weird and they kind of get into whatever my new girl say. They kind of just do.
That's cool, but not when it comes to your children.
That's just how niggas be though.
Yeah, well, that's dirty. It should never be that way when it comes to your kids.
I'm with you, but I just know you see how niggas just kind of just get along and just be like, all right.
Just so you don't start an argument or just to please the woman or whatever the case
exactly,
may be.
Because guess what? Because in his mind, let's play it out a little bit. In his mind, I don't realistically, I gotta sleep with this woman that I'm taking the pictures with. My baby mom just gonna see this if it hit online, which it did, and it went viral. So of course, if it hit viral, when it go viral, now it's a different level that baby mom's really gonna crash out. Cause she gonna put all the extra stuff that she been wanting to get off her chest. Now she really gonna get it off her chest because now she got an audience.
Oh, but like I said, I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it's certain things are non-negotiable.
Yeah, certain things are non-negotiable, but I also feel like I said that even in that situation. So, all right, you take the pictures and the kids out not in the picture. Then be like, oh, why my son wasn't in the
Well,
picture?
no, well then,
But that's what I'm saying. You know, like I said, I feel like at the end of the day, not knowing how it, would transpire. At the end of the day, you not going you gonna be in the shit end of the stick regardless.
no, you're
Whether you
not.
had him in the picture or you didn't have him in the picture, you still gonna have you. Like I said, if you took that picture, if he didn't get in that picture and it was just me and my kids, oh, why my son not in that picture? You're gonna have that argument then. Oh, he was with you. Why
Right.
he
Well,
didn't? Why?
put him in the picture, and everybody just wear whatever they wear. Who mouth you gonna hear? And if you hearing your mouth wife over your wife's
No,
mouth
the
over
baby
that,
mother like I said, if I knew y'all was going to take pictures and my son went with you, right? And I see the pictures and my son's not in the picture. I'm like, oh, where was my son at? Why was he in the
so
picture?
take the picture. Don't not take it, or don't take
Right.
it.
So
Period.
that's what I'm saying. But so, like I said, if the case was that we didn't have an outfit for him, he showed up, whatever the case may be. And like you said, now if you said, hey, we just wear regular clothes, then all right, cool. But what if we came in our pajamas to take the pictures? That's what we came here to take the pictures in.
Oh, so you saying what if
Oh,
you
like you went to Sears or something?
Yeah, like that's what we came to take the pictures in the pajamas. So we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yes, he still has that pajama, whatever from last year. All right, then cool. We didn't have it because we didn't know he was
Then you
coming.
got a decision to make. You got a decision to make. Choose wisely. You can retake that picture. It's not the end of the world. You can retake that picture.
Right, but if you would have
But
took that
you're
picture
not-
without
but
him
you're
in
not-
it, if
you're-
you'd have took that picture
it's
without
gonna
him
be
in
a
it,
problem.
right? It's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem if my child is the only person in blue and y'all all in green.
So y'all saying it's gonna be a problem even if we just don't take the why we just can't not take
That's
the
why I
picture
say
at all?
you cannot take it, but he's saying take the picture and just the
No,
sun
I'm
can't
saying
be
if
in
you
it.
would have took the picture without the son being in it because you didn't have an outfit for him, right? It would have been a problem then.
No, it wouldn't have been because I would have like he wasn't there that day.
No,
How-
but
how
I
would the
knew
baby
I
mama
took
know?
him with. I dropped him off to you. I knew y'all was
How
going
do
to
you know what day we took this picture?
because she probably put him in that pajamas.
Oh, so you're saying this is a planned picture and the baby moms knew this picture was planned too? Then why the fuck did the son don't have a matching outfit? Then I'm gone. Like you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I like I said, we don't know the backstory too. That's why I'm just saying, like I said, it could be the other ways. Like I get the bachelor, why is he in this? Like, oh, we made him, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It could be, all right, you knew he was taking pictures. You didn't whiz PJs. All right, now if I say no, you can't get in the PJs, you can't get in the picture because you don't have the PJs on, then it'd be like, oh, why my son couldn't get in there? He would do stuff intentionally. So that's why I'm saying, like I said, I get the benefit of the doubt. Like it can be either way. Like I get everybody want to bash him, like, oh no, you're wrong. But what if what if the mother dropped him off with them PJs on? And she didn't put the PJs that he's supposed to be on.
Oh, so you saying what if it was the baby mom's fault?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like a lot of stuff can go certain. Like I said, I trust me. I know how things can go when it comes to certain situations
Then
like
you
that.
know if you had that type of baby mother and you know you had that type of baby mother, then you should have a backup.
But you can't. But if we are about to take these pictures, right? You knew, all right, you dropping him off. Then like, cool. All right, now we all got to just change because you still in the picture.
Have a backup. I've been in this situation too, but you're not going. It's going to happen. You just have to. If you're dealing with that type of person that's just that petty, then you have to make sure you're prepared at all levels. So why not have it with you? Keep it with you.
But what if I? All right, but so what if I sent the?
Don't send it home.
But what's the purpose?
If you know that,
but that's what I'm saying. But if I told you, all right, hey, make sure he need to be having this on. That's what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. But if that's the case, I'm with Eric on that one. If you know that because one, like you say, this is if the picture that you trying to paint is basically that's how the baby mother be. She do petty stuff. She try to throw a monkey in a wrench. If you know that's the type of baby mother you got already, then the pajamas should have never been left in her hand. You should have already had the pajamas right there waiting for the son to pull up. So the only way that this shoot go wrong is if the baby mother just don't bring the son at all, because the baby mother should have had no involvement in picking out the pajamas because this picture ain't got nothing to do with her.
So what did the mother say? The wife or whatever.
This was the holidays. I seen the baby mother respond. I wasn't about to see it. They don't do no voiceover or no videos for it. I'm not reading all that shit on no goddamn Christmas. It ain't happening, dog. I ain't give a fuck that much. It was a cool picture. It was cool for like a little debate, like it's out of pocket, but I ain't doing no deep dive on that shit. But just in other news, real quick, because I'm not gonna lie, B Simone caught a little bit of smoke twice this week. 2 times she caught one because I think all of her old friends that she was cool with linked up over the Christmas break and they took a picture together. I don't know who. Only one that I know who is, of course, was the young lady who was her manager, because the young lady who was her manager, they also had a podcast together. So that's the only one that I'm familiar with. But it was like 3 other girls on there, and of course the blogs picked it up and made it a thing. But the one that actually had a little bit more sting behind it was B. Simone had these comments about people with the rocks and the crystals and saying how she was gonna cut them off, and then this lady read her for filth.
I'm gonna say something because
matter of fact, let me because I do got the whole clip of that one. B. Simone. I don't want to cut her off right there before she get her shit off, so you can really hear her say whatever she said before I play that. Girl, here you go.
This is gonna be controversial. This is gonna be real controversial, but I don't care. I gotta get this off my chest, and I gotta let y'all know I cannot go into 2025 with people who are still looking forward to their daily horoscope. I can't do it. This war we fighting, I need some intercessors. Y'all over here carrying around sage? Y'all still got rose quartz. I get it. I used to have the rose quartz in my bra. Like, I'm gonna find me a nigga today. Yeah, this rose quartz, this rock gonna bring me my husband. I get it. I have been there. But what I'm saying is I'm not there anymore. And nothing against the people who believe in that. Just as for me and what I need in my life, I don't need a tool. I need the blood. So if you ain't covered in the blood, hey, you can't go into next year with me talking about did you read your daily microscope? I don't give a damn about what the horoscope say about Aries. What does Matthew 2 and 2 say? This is
I don't one because I don't know about the horoscope reading thing, but I'm with B. Simone. I get what she's saying. I'm not judging the people with the horoscope thing because I don't know enough about it. I don't care enough about it to say what she said. So obviously she kind of probably, and the sad thing is, I think with one thing about B. Simone, and I guess is because she tries to, like, she one of them people who kind of go over the top with whatever her beliefs is. So I'm sure most likely at some point in her career, she probably used to lean into the horoscope thing. She probably was a crystals girl, a beads around the waist type of girl. I'm sure she probably was into all of that in the sage, burning sage and all that at one point in time in her career. I'm almost gonna go, I'm not familiar, but I'm almost gonna go out on a limb and say that that's probably how she was already getting down, and that's why this young lady on TikTok felt some type of way and kind of read B. Simone for filth. So I am gonna play this young lady's response because, like I said, I'm not 100% familiar with it. So I feel like I can't really give too much of a critique, but this woman went crazy on B. Simone ass.
You and I have been mutuals for quite some time, which leads me to believe that you followed me before you got to this point within your Christianity, which is fine. But also because you said on Instagram, if somebody wanted to talk about it, that you were open and willing. My problem with this is it's not controversial, it's concerning, because Christians should be able to lead in love, and that love should be guided or therefore after followed by empathy. So your empathy and your love should have kicked in and told you, oh, if they're checking their horoscope every single day, it's obviously that they're seeking some sort of understanding. I'm wondering, where was your love and your empathy when you said, oh, y'all still carrying around rocks after you said you carried around rose quartz in your bra for 12 years hoping it was going to bring you a nigga? Then you should understand they're operating within the same energy of desperation you were operating in, which should create more room for empathy and less room for judgment. I was wondering where your love and your empathy was when you said, oh, y'all still carrying around them herbs? Today is Christmas, and Jesus was gifted from the wise men frankincense and myrrh. Those are herbs. I get it. There might be things about our practices and our beliefs that you don't understand. That's the reason a lot of us left the church in the first place. God is not a last resort for some of us. He was a first stop. I didn't understand why we celebrated a virgin birth, because based off history in the time period, Mary was in an arranged marriage. She was a child. We celebrate the birth of a child who came from a child. Y'all shame teenage pregnancy in the church, but it's okay if it was the mother of the Savior. That's weird to us, but it's okay for y'all. So in that manner, we let y'all have your beliefs. We don't talk about you unless you come talking about us. As I said, I'm always open to a conversation, but I rather recommend somebody that I think is more qualified to have this discussion with you, which is my mutual, my friend, Christian A. Smith. He is a pastor, but he's also a deconstructionist, because decolonizing Christianity is pertinent for your spirituality. There's never a reason to publicly misunderstand somebody else's beliefs to promote your own. So let me know if you want to.
Yeah, and like I said, and I think she did it very elegantly. That was an elegant read. I do think, like I said, B. Simone is one of those people who she kind of, you try to because you try to make money off of your Christianity, and I'm not a fan of that at all. Like and people that I know that's really into the church, we kind of had these conversations, like via like the DM or text message, and we kind of have like those like people who try to really. I'm not a fan of nobody who tries to make their brand a religion via social media. Like if you are actually a pastor, and of course that's almost just like podcasting, you having a message and you clip up a piece of your message and post it on social media, cool, if that's your bag. But I'm talking about those people who is like, you're not a pastor, but you're trying to be super religious and trying to find the way to create content around you being super religious. And I feel like that's what B. Simone do. And I think that's the reason why she rub a lot of people the wrong way, because it's like, we seen you previously, and now it's like you trying to just you trying to overdo it. Like, cool, if that's the same way I say it with Alexis Sky or Black China, like if you really walking in it, allow the walk to catch up with you. You don't have to try to monetize it. And I think that's the thing that turned people off with B. Simone. Is like you're trying to monetize everything. Like you don't give nothing organic at all. And I remember that's when people got mad at her because they felt like she was trying to monetize what she was going through when DC Young Fly baby moms passed away, when they felt like she was posting stuff in her close friends and she was charging people to go on her close friends, and she was like crying or going through the process via the close friends. Like she always trying to monetize stuff. And I get it, people, you got bills to pay, but I think realistically the organic thing about sometimes is not trying to monetize stuff. Like I'm sure, like again, we might probably gonna podcast for almost close to 3 hours a day, and me even sitting here saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be if y'all looking for something to do on New Year's Eve, I'm going to Zion." That's not me trying to monetize it. That's just me sitting here saying, "Hey, if you like me and you don't go to the club, hey, I'm gonna be at this church on New Year's Eve." That's the difference. But she'd be literally like, you trying to have a podcast and try to like make it super religious and this and the third, and they kind of rub people the wrong way because it's like, bro, this shit just don't seem organic. It's just like you see an easy way. And of course, realistically, I'm sure, like I remember who was I talking? I forgot who I was talking to, somebody, and we was talking about I think I was talking to Pretty D when he was doing Jazz Jump. And I was and we was just talking about Christian rappers and singers, and I'm just like, bro, it's hard for me to respect somebody who like you try to make it as an R&B singer or a rapper and it didn't work, and then you sit here and go run and try to do gospel, because you know that audience is a lot more. They open arms. They kind of like, oh, you make gospel music. Like you never heard somebody sit here and say, oh, this was a bad gospel song. Like just think about it. Like if you sit here and go, I'm gonna go sing at a church, like you never hear. I don't even know if the church choir even turn people away. They may just turn your mic down and put you towards the back of the choir, and the people who can really sing get the solos and stuff. But that's the type of stuff like it just don't happen. So I feel like even with B. Simone, I think that's why she kind of rubbed people the wrong way. But like I said, while we into the you kind of end the season. It's a video. Let me see. Does this video got sound? It do got a little bit of sound, so I'm gonna kind of just narrate it a little bit before I let the video play. I'm not gonna play it too much because I think the audio is kind of like it's just a social media audio type of thing. But it was a gentleman who wanted to propose to his wife at Rockefeller Center skating rink. So of course y'all know in New York City, that's the big, like if you ever seen Home Alone, I believe was that Home Alone 2, I believe, when they was at the Rockefeller skating rink. I want to say that's Home Alone 2, if I'm correct. Yeah, that was Home Alone 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at Home Alone 2, of course, you've seen the skating ring in New York City. So he wanted to propose to his fiance there, but she didn't know how to ice skate. She couldn't skate at all. So he took out lessons, and so she can, at least be able to just move around enough so he can kind of get it off. So that kind of, and of course it went super viral. And that is fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is sometimes when people be like, oh, chivalry is dead and there's not no romance. And it'd be some dudes like this who will knock it completely out the park. Like this was fire. Like if this was my daughter, like this type of dude would be like one of them dudes you would love to help make sure y'all pay for the wedding, everything go right, because like that's fire though. Like, yeah, that took time, that took effort. That really showed that you really love this girl, because this real life really took some effort.
This thing called is lying by omission.
That's okay.
I wasn't ready yet.
That's okay. There's no wall around. She's in the middle of the goddamn ice. This is called character building. That's what happens when you have a GM who can build a team. You know what I mean? Anything is possible. Why are you looking like that?
Sorry to say, because it still like it's like just clips that he done posted together, so the sound ain't that great. But that to me, just again, when people be like, "What's love?" That to me is the definition of love, because that took effort and that took patience. Because I don't know how many of y'all ever had to learn how to roller skate. Screw ice skating. If you had to learn how to roller skate, or even if you tried to learn how to ice skate or even roller skate, and then it's a bunch of people around you who actually know how to skate, and they kind of not being respectful to you trying to hold on to the wall and learn. Like, bro, that should take a lot of time. Like, you got to have real patience to kind of really achieve that. So shout out to that gentleman, man. I wish them a long lasting marriage, because that takes time and effort. And I do feel like if you put that type of time into going into a proposal, that to me kind of almost speaks a lot on your character, and it kind of let me know that you probably will put a lot of time and effort after y'all get married to make sure that the marriage actually lasts. Because there's no way in hell I'm putting that type of effort in, and then the first little argument we have, I'm running to sit here and try to go get divorced. No way in hell, because you're gonna remember all that time you put in just to even be able to propose to that young lady. So shout outs to them.
Do you have one like a perfect or one you
Nah, I ain't. That's what made it even more fire to me that he even thought that far. Damn, they had a pony. Come on, Redskins. Watch Atlanta. No shit. Like I'm kind of rooting for Michael Penix, because I mean he a black quarterback as well. But I kind of just like the feel of the area when the Redskins win. Like that should kind of be like a little bit different. Like I feel like people just be a little bit more excited on the timeline. Niggas talk a little bit more spicy or crazy on the timeline when the Skins win. It's like, damn. But shout out to Michael Penix though if he do pull this off. Even if they lose, he's still having a good game, so I kind of respect it. Yeah, but you asked did I have one? Yeah, no, I don't have one. I never thought about it at all. And again, that's why I said to me, that's why it's even a little bit more tighter to the fact that he actually took time off to think about that and even plan it out around to the point where you kind of like plan those lessons out. So the fact that she would be ready to be able to even get on the ice skating ring when the holidays came around. So that to me, that is tight. I do want to play this clip that you sent because this shit was on point.
I'm not arguing with no female who titties get skinny when she bend over. First thing niggas do when they go to jail is turn Muslim. Niggas be out here molding females to be the perfect idiots. I will eat coochie, I will pay bills, but I will not be a stepdad. Niggas get a rental car and don't sleep until the car go back. Having a sugar daddy but not knowing your real daddy is unacceptable. If I come over to your spot and you don't hand me no coochie, I'ma steal something. If she don't use GPS to get around the city, delete her. Niggas with no car cheat the most. Nigga, how the fuck did you get over there? IDK, what female need to hear this, but wash your bonnet. If the coochie whack, I'ma pull out a balloon and pop it. Husbands do all that crying at the wedding just to cheat 2 weeks later. Cooking with Kaya. Females hate her ass because she can cook and that moose knuckle is fat. I don't give a damn if you got stretch marks in the gut. Come here, little kangaroo tiger. One thing about good women, they are so fucking annoying. If you leave your breath behind after you talk, don't fucking talk to me. If that ass fat, send me a picture. I need it for a school project. Niggas think just because they dirty, got a gun and anger problems, they a street niggas. If all men the same, why yours don't got no money? Y'all throw Uggs on any type of feet, ain't clipped a big toe or nothing. If she carry her own water in house, she's too damn independent. When the coochie smell good on the outside but stink in the inside, I do not like that. I get turned off easily. Watch what the fuck you say to me. Fuck your emotions. Drop the E and get you some motion.
Bro, he smoked that shit.
Ultra podcast.
Hey, another joke that I don't care about the story they tried to force on me, bro. I don't care about Safari and Erica Mena, bro. Move it along, though. That's what I'm saying. Again, this shout out to the Breakfast Club. I'm swear to God, next holidays I'm taking the fuck off because I get why they be like, bro. I'm because you know the thing. You know what's so fire about Christmas and kind of almost with Thanksgiving. America do such a great job at promoting Christmas and Thanksgiving. It mentally make you tap out from having any type of real work ethic still. When it comes to that time, because you mentally just you kind of already mentally just tapped out. You're so looking forward to the holiday, and they only do that with Christmas. Like, think about how you feel around Christmas. You don't have that same feeling for 4th of July or Memorial Day. It's still a holiday. People still got off. It's still 4th of July is still a federal holiday. You still get the same day off. It's just a day. But think about how that promotion and that lead up to Christmas make you feel like, because think about when 4th of July come up, that work week, it still feel like a regular work week. Oh, damn, we just off on the 4th and you go back to work on the 5th if it don't land on the weekend. But think about Christmas, like niggas don't be feeling like after Christmas Day, like, bro, I be feeling for the people who got to go back to work.
No, I don't know. Like I said, shit the same to me.
What you mean?
Because you still got to go to work. After Christmas, after New Year's, after all the holidays, you still got to go to work.
No, I get that, but listen to what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. You got to go. Of course, you got to go to work after all of them, but it's still the mental. I mean, maybe because you got kids, so that hustle and bustle may be a little bit different. But I feel like people be mentally and emotionally more attached to Christmas. That holiday just do something to you mentally and emotionally. Like And like I said, shout out to people who do got to go to work the very next day because that kind of, it just be like, niggas be sluggish. Like I don't even understand how that even like, go the day after Christmas should be at least like they should treat that shit damn near like a snow day. Let people go in 2 hours late. Like it shouldn't be just like, because like how do you expect people, like why do you give people the day off and then you sit here and expect for people to get drunk, enjoy their time, and then they got to wake up the very next day and go, what's say if you one of them people you got to be working 6 a.m. Like I just was drinking eggnog, getting twisted and getting hammered Christmas, and then I got to just jump up at 6 a.m. the next day. Like bro, that's kind of like, that's mentally like, bro, that's a mental abuse for real. Like let's keep it a buck. Like that's crazy. Like, and then we talk about the weather a little bit. It's just different. Like when we talk about the summertime, it's a little bit easier. Memorial Day for the next day, it's a little bit easier to just jump up and go to work. But man, like I said, I don't care about the Erica Mena and Safari thing. That was one of the reasons why I talked about that. We can talk about the NBA real quick. Shout outs to LeBron James. LeBron James kind of, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was one of those people, and we talked about this on here before we even got into, before the Christmas stuff even came up. I still think realistically, I seen a lot of people sitting here saying how good the Christmas day.
Oh, absolutely. Merry. Well, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for another gift on Christmas. Oh, absolutely. Merry Christmas to my family back home. I'm coming home, and
I seen a lot of people leading up and sitting here saying that the NBA games was better. The NFL should leave because all the games was blowouts, and the Steelers and the Texans looked like they didn't want to play because they wanted to spend. I'm like, bro, y'all putting a lot of sauce on some of this shit, bro. Some games just like this could have been on a regular Sunday, a regular Monday. Some games is just gonna be a blowout game. Some teams are just better than other teams. The Ravens and the Texans. This shit didn't matter if it was Christmas or whatever. This was every time the Ravens played the Texans. This been the same exact type of score. There's been the same type of feel to the games. It's the same way the games was in playoffs, so it kind of didn't matter. But people were sitting here saying the NFL should just leave it up to the NBA. No, because guess what? Before this even, and this is one of the reasons why you should always like, share, and subscribe to this podcast, because we told y'all leading up to this, and that was the game that peaked out and did the most for the NBA was the game me and Marcus told y'all even after the very first day when they went. Academics was the first person that tweeted out that Beyonce was going to be performing in Netflix. Me and Marcus literally told y'all the only NBA game that was going to get any type of clout or any type of playing time was the Warriors versus the Lakers. Nobody don't care. Nigga, I'm not waking up at 12 o'clock cutting on no fucking Spurs versus the Knicks, bro. I don't care. I'm not buying into the Wemby bullshit. I kept telling y'all that a million times. And then when people was tweeting after the Lakers and Warriors game, and they was putting on, yeah, this is why the NBA. No, the Lakers and the Warriors, Steph versus LeBron is a complete different animal. But even still, and this is again, I hate that we even know the numbers, but because we do know the numbers, it's still a huge, drastic difference between 21 million people watching the Kansas City and the Spurs game. I mean, the Kansas City and the Steelers game, and the 24 or 27 million watching it was 24 million watching the actual Ravens versus Texans game, and 27 million tuned in to when Beyonce was performing. Dog, nobody, you can't even compare the two. Like football, and trust and believe, I'm a basketball first type of dude, but I understand that football is just that the season is so compact, people don't want to miss no games. You feel like I can miss NBA games because guess what? It's still going to be going on until Memorial Day. Like, it's just too long. Like, so what the heck? Like, niggas is not just running to geek up in those games. I didn't care. Like, I feel like the Mavericks and the who the fuck did Dallas play that day? Minnesota, I think they played. Did they play Minnesota? Yeah. I feel like they play like every fucking week. But I feel like it's always a Minnesota versus they end up losing.
Yeah, overtime.
Oh. I feel like it's one of them games every week. So them games was not exciting to run. And then like again, like Anthony Edwards is trying to become a star. And I think the NBA, you have to stop doing it. And man, I don't even know if it's real, to be honest. I'd be honestly thinking that that's why they keep telling you to fine. I don't think the NBA actually be fining Anthony Edwards, because it's like at this point, shit, nigga, in the last week he done got fined like $150,000. I mean, $175,000. One day he got 75 for when he said something to the refs, and then yesterday when he said something about going to overtime, like Gilbert Arenas said or whatever, and he got fined $100,000. So literally in the last week, Anthony Edwards supposedly got fined $175,000. I don't believe that he's actually getting fined. That I believe that's just the NBA throwing out the numbers.
Shit, you're getting fined. Them come to your what's name? You getting fined. But what is? I mean, that's $75,000 is nothing to him.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I get it. It's nothing to him, but I feel like that's just almost adding on to his brand at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna keep finding you. I'm gonna keep finding you every time I'm gonna find you. That you can't just say, well, nah, nigga, you're gonna keep finding them.
But my only thing is, why if you gonna keep finding me, then why I keep posting it every time I say it? Then? Like, if that's cool. If you,
but I don't think the NBA is posting. What you mean? Who's posting? What you mean?
All the blog, the Bleacher Report, and all.
Yeah,
the
but they don't have nothing to do with the NBA. The NBA's not going to say yeah, it's okay for him to keep talking like that. No, I'm gonna keep finding you.
Yeah, somebody else gonna have to eat them fines. And shout out to Kyrie Irving for eating the fines of his Dallas Mavericks teammates. I forgot I know PJ Washington was the one who pushed Slim to the floor, but I can't remember what's the other dude name that threw the punch at the white boy for Phoenix. I can't remember that. But anyway, for the white dude did fucking Draymond choke. Did Draymond choke?
Nurkic.
Yeah, Nurkic. He got into an altercation. He smushed the dude for the Dallas Mavericks. The dude for the Dallas Mavericks popped off on him, and after he popped off on him, PJ Washington pushed the dude to the. Shout out to PJ Washington. PJ Washington definitely stands on business. Anytime one of his teammates get into some shit, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to Brittany Renner, because I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't even know who PJ Washington was if it wasn't for Brittany Renner. And I feel like he kind of used, like, he never said nothing back to her. He let her get her shit off on social media. He never responded back to her, but it was like free promo to him. It's because like now his name at one point in time was just like at the top of my head, and it was like, oh, PJ Washington. And then it was like, it was even a joke when he was still in Charlotte. All the fans were screaming out Brittany Renner. Then it was like he went to Dallas, got engaged, had a new kid, and that whole thing, he kind of just completely got that out of his system, but it helped brand his name. Like, I'm familiar with him. This little scandal helped me get familiar with who he was. And when he got to Dallas, he showed improved, and he had his little moments. Like, and this is like his second little moment where he had to jump on the playoffs, and he had the little meme that was going viral, and everybody was like, oh, this is standing on business or whatever the case may be. So again, like I said, shout out to PJ Washington. The NBA, I think because they do such a horrible job at promoting, I don't think you can't compete with the NFL, and especially if they're gonna play dirty like this. If NFL gonna continuously, if they're gonna figure out a way to kind of make Christmas Day a Netflix thing, and Netflix is willing to spend that extra bag, they were smart, because look at Netflix, they doubled down. It was like, cool, we'll pay Beyonce, we'll pay this money to get the NFL.
The cable companies who need to be scared. That's who need to be scared. That's who need to be worried about, because like I said, for you to sit here and get that many people to watch on that platform, and this wasn't on TV, like, I'll be scared, because like, what do I really need cable for?
Yeah, but it's gonna be like, how often is Netflix gonna be able to do that though? I don't. It don't matter.
What you mean?
Because how
But just even looking at the production and the, like, dog, them cameras was not the same cameras that you see on a regular football game. Like, that shit looks clear, like crystal clear, like that you put your
oh, yeah,
you spent every little dollar in it. So that's why I said, for you to sit here. For you to sit here and see that, is like, all right, damn, now what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Netflix offered the NFL even more money and say, hey, well, I want to have you all season, then what the cable company's going to do?
I'm sure, because I won't say the NFL just recently re-signed a lot of them contracts the same way the NBA did, but I'm sure moving forward, because right now they're just selling them games. Like, that was just a game package. Like, all right, hey,
right, and they spent a lot for that game.
Yeah. But let's be clear though. But you're right. For later on, maybe after these contracts is up, then and Netflix is in the run, and they may be able to try to buy it from NBC or try to buy it from Fox or whatever the case may be, or try to buy extra games. But like you said, that watching that NFL joint on Netflix definitely didn't miss no beat. It didn't do that browsing thing that it did with the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and that to me is kind of just like, now that make you kind of wonder, did they do that on purpose? Even though it was a 30 million people difference, but it kind of make me be like,
they could.
Yeah, that was fire though. I ain't gonna lie. It was super clear that Beyonce performance, and I do want to say shout outs to Maul from Rory and Maul, because Maul was the only person, and I know a lot of people, because Maul, a lot of his commentaries, of course, with the Drake and Kendrick back and forth, he was team Drake, so people feel like, oh, anything he say, he just glazing Drake. But his and I remember people, they dragged this nigga for this, because he was like, if I was Kendrick Lamar, I would kind of be worried. Like, would you feel some type of way that they got Beyonce on Christmas? Because
no.
Yeah, you saying nah, and when he said it, everybody said nah. But I'm saying now, after watching it, I don't necessarily. You can't sit here and guarantee that Kendrick Lamar gonna have a better performance than that Beyonce.
But you're not supposed to. You rapping. You're not like. That's why even looking at, like I said, I don't know how you saw it, but like, just even me looking at it, it was just like, I was disappointed at the shit, because I don't like that whole country, you know what I'm saying, the country stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't know what you was disappointed. That shit, she smoked that shit.
But performance wise, she smoked it. But the music, like I said, I was looking for, the singles and the hits and all that. I wasn't looking for that country. Of course, I knew that's what she was going to do, because that's Houston, and she did it. Like, all the stuff that she had with the bringing out the black country artists, like all that was tight. But like, I didn't feel like, oh my God, like this the best performance I saw at a halftime.
Oh, you tripping. Yeah, you tripping. I don't know what you seen that you thought was better than that.
Well, I mean, I liked the Usher last year. That's what I'm saying. But that's the music.
Yeah, maybe, but I think I mean, cool. If you judging it off the music, and you ain't judging it off the performance, then maybe you didn't like the selection of music she did, but you didn't see a better performance.
But what really outstanded her performance? Like what her performance?
Even having the bands come out and the bands was on the floor spelling out stuff and all that, like.
But that's what I'm saying.
But, giving that HBCU
right, and so like,
culture.
but and like how Usher did last year, where he made it look like, all right, we in Atlanta, but you wasn't in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. Like even when people had, and that's why I just feel like when you say a hard time for Kendrick. But y'all was fighting for Lil Wayne. You thought Lil Wayne would be able to do.
But listen to what I'm saying. I hate when you don't do that. Fuck Lil Wayne.
No. That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I don't care. Fuck Lil Wayne. You're absolutely right. That's cool. You don't even have to make that a point.
No, that's what I was saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. It don't matter. Lil Wayne didn't get the Super Bowl, so that he don't have to worry about it. Lil Wayne should be. You're absolutely right. Lil Wayne should be thankful that he don't have to perform after that Beyonce. But guess what? He ain't the one performing. So the nigga we talking about got to perform in February is Kendrick Lamar, and that's a hard act to follow, bro. Beyonce set the bar all the way to hell, and I literally. Nigga, you better go dig up Michael Jackson or maybe Chris Brown got to go suck somebody off because you ain't gonna see nothing better than that, dog. I don't know what the fuck you was watching. Maybe you need to watch it and put it on mute and take your feelings out of whatever music you wanted her to perform. Nigga, she smoked that shit. Even coming out on the horses and having all the black people walking her down, like nigga, that shit was
right. Okay, and Kendrick did that when he performed in LA when he did the whole Black Panther thing. Like he know how to put a performance and put a show on. Like when he did that, when that whole LA thing, remember everybody was talking about, oh damn, he did the whole little Black Panther thing, the little theme act. If anybody, I feel like Kendrick will know how to perform on a set like that.
I mean, we're gonna see. I wouldn't, and that's why I say, and I'm not, and that's why I say I don't want to be too judgmental, even off of the way you feel about the songs that she selected. Because I may feel the same way about Kendrick. If he go up there and perform a bunch of his old stuff and not the new stuff, I may not like the performance because I like the newer music better than I like his old music. Now, would I be mad if he come out and perform? We're gonna be all right. I feel like that's kind of almost damn near like he got to perform that, but I don't know. Like I don't, because now I'm thinking like, does him watching that Beyonce performance, do that make you think a little bit differently, or do you want to keep it just super California and let me come into Cali and let me just turn, like, even I believe it's a bar he said, I forgot what song that is.
Yeah, when he said I'm going to New Orleans to bring my Cali.
When he whatever that little bar is off of one of them songs off of the Gen X jump. So I kind of like, I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying he can't hold up his own, but I do think after performing after Beyonce, that's a hard act to follow. The only good thing he got in his advantage is we live in a time frame where we kind of be over conversations literally in a few days. After New Year's come up, something else, by the time February come in, we all forget about the Beyonce thing. But again, shout out to Netflix for being smart to be like, oh, let's take this out and make this his own separate thing. So yeah, for the 27 million people that watched it in real time, cool. But now for all the diehard Beyonce fans who just super love this and want to watch it again over and over, we're gonna make it his own separate thing. So now you can just go on Netflix and search him Beyonce. It might even be called Beyonce Bowl. I haven't looked because, like I said, when I've been on Netflix, I only been watching The Equalizer, so I don't necessarily know what they have called the Beyonce performance since then. But just to me, just that performance was elite performance, and just how she kept her whole aesthetic black, even given that because there was a tweet that resurfaced. One of the young ladies, one of the country singers, she, I guess, was reaching out to Beyonce and was, like tweeting her a lot, atting her and stuff. And somebody was like, damn, you doing a lot, trying to get her attention. And then the girl, after she performed on the Netflix, she retweeted her like, oh, am I still doing too much? So like I said, and people was like, hey, closed mouths don't get fed. So again, like I said, just for Beyonce to kind of just do all of that. And I didn't even, and what's so crazy, when I was watching it, I'm like, damn, am I tripping? Is this like, I'm kept looking hard and I'm like, because of course none of them women look like Kelly, but I thought I was tripping, like, damn, maybe Kelly lost some weight, like, because it was one woman, she was like tall, a little slender, docile. I'm like, is that Kelly right there? I thought I was like, was these all older Destiny Child? I didn't know at first when she was bringing the other women out until like you kind of like, okay, I really, oh, these is different women. And then of course when social media after it was over, then they highlighted that there was other country singers, and then her even bringing out Shabuzi, bringing out Post Malone, like that's, man.
Yeah, no, like I said, that was fine, but I just said like that.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, if you really wasn't into the Cowboy Carter, I might understand how. And if your mind was like, I'm looking for her to come and perform Single Ladies or whatever else the case may be, I get it. And like I said, and that's why I say I don't want to judge you too much. Come on, Jalen, put that shit in the touchdown, boy. Keep it going. Oh, I thought he fumbled. I was gonna say, oh my god. But yeah, so I'm with you on that, because I don't want to sit here, because I may feel the same way about Kendrick. If I'm looking for him to perform Gen X and then he go in there and perform Pimple Butterfly, I'm gonna be pissed. So that's why, like I said, I get it, I understand, but that's why I said sometimes maybe you got to go back and watch and mute, because even the way she ended the jump and the jump taking her all the way up in the sky, and then the bang jump drop, like bro, she smoked that. Like I said, me personally, I feel like she set the bar high. I don't think it's too many people who can do anything or perform to that level, and to see, because I seen other people who performed last year at a halftime doing the NFL jump. It was what's the white boy name? What's the little white boy name? Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow performed at the Detroit Lions on last year during Thanksgiving, and that shit was just like boo boo. And like, so niggas kind of just, and I think Shabuzi performed recently at one of them football games, and it was kind of those halftime performances be hit or miss. Beyonce performance was like a Super Bowl performance, and this was not the Super Bowl.
Yeah, as it should be. As it should be. You're going to put your, like I said, if I'm getting paid that and I'm getting the production, I'm getting everything back in, I'm gonna use it like that's what it is, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, she smoked it. Like that like I said, that performance just like, and again, because like we said, leading up to it, the NBA gonna have to figure out what they do. Like I said, you can't get, the NBA can't keep riding this coattail to attaching it to LeBron James and Steph Curry, because it's only two of them, and both of them niggas is old. And both of them have. You watch enough Warriors and Lakers games, both of them niggas be having their moments where they look, oh shit, nigga, this was the first time LeBron didn't even play on the day before his birthday. And the crazy thing is, every blog was picking it up. Oh, this is the final day in LeBron of his 30s, and he had never scored under 10 points in the last 2 decades, or whatever the case may be. And guess what the nigga didn't do? He didn't even play. That's how you know he getting old. Like, bro, LeBron used to milk all them type of days. So for the come on, get that touchdown. Did he catch it? Is that a touchdown or not? No, oh yeah, it is. That's it. That's game time. Yeah, Jalen. Yeah, for people to while we playing right now, while we recording the
they
Redskins,
gotta change that.
The Redskins end up beating the Atlanta Falcons 30-24 in overtime. Jalen Daniels marched down the field and did what he did, and that's why he is the rookie of the year. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all know I don't really like. I'm not a fan of the white quarterbacks, but I'm gonna give Bo Nix a little bit of. Of course, he ended up losing them the game, but in that game, he put his big boy pants on and he was ready for a whole live shootout with Joe Burrow yesterday. Like I said, I trust and believe you. I'm not a white quarterback fan at all, but I will give a nigga some credit where some credit to deserve. Bo Nix put on his grown man pants and he was ready for a shootout with, even though, like I said, at the end of the game, he ended up throwing that pick, but in that process of that game, he was real live in a real live shootout with Joe Burrow, and that nigga threw a 64-yard bomb. I was like, oh, I ain't even know. Like, I was in our XIB group chat. Niggas like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I don't fuck with Bo Nix, but he kind of going crazy right now. So again, like I said, but shout out to Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels is the real rookie of the year, and he kind of every time, the moments is never too big for Jalen Daniels, and I think that is one of the reasons why people love him so much, and that's why I'm sure throughout the week you will hear people continuously praise him. And it's just so crazy how, like, I'm not gonna lie, I do wish there was a way. I think the same way, like when Anthony Edwards gets fined for cussing, I do think ESPN and Fox Sports, if I was them, I would find a way to, and the fines don't gotta be crazy. It could be something like a $500 fine. Like if I was Fox, I would fine Colin Cowherd for like how crazy he was going for Kalen Williams. You can't go that crazy for a player and be like, oh, he should be the number 1 draft pick. You should get rid of Justin Fields and do all of this. And then the Chicago Bears draft Caleb number 1. And then
I'm not going to find you, because if that's what making people come to watch the show, why would I find you?
For bad takes, because then niggas would be like, oh, well.
But that's what people come to the show to watch, your bad takes. And they see how you.
No. But some people, but your bad takes could be misleading, and now you basically sold a bad product now.
Right, but that's you're not affiliated with that organization. You're just giving your analyze. Like I said, why I'm gonna find you for just giving your take? Because I can't hold you. But that's a coach. You're coaching the game. I can't fire you for giving a take how your opinion, what you feel about the team. That's kind of crazy to give you. I'm gonna find you for. That's what people come in here to see. If people come in here to see your takes or even listen to what you're doing your job. I can't fine you for doing your job, because that's kind of crazy. What are they come in here for? They're not coming in, oh, well, I want to hear the truth. They're coming to hear your takes.
Nah, I think you somebody you have to be held accountable for holding them back.
But how can you hold somebody accountable if you can't? So that's like, will you hold the weather person accountable for calling the weather bad?
You think people wouldn't? If people,
but that's what it's up. So
wish they could though. People wish that the weatherman could get fined, especially if you run to the grocery store and the weatherman be like, "Oh, it's gonna be a rough snowstorm, whatever the case may be." I think listen, that's what I'm saying. With the weather people, I be thinking that the grocery stores pay the weather people some extra bread. Like, damn, we need to kind of pick up the grocery store because it'd be so crazy how they'd be like, "Oh, this probably gonna be some of the worst snow we ever gonna get," and then it don't fucking snow. You think the people who just ran to the grocery store and bought all these extra groceries don't wish that they could?
But that's what I'm saying. So something like that. Well, yes, when you're saying a weatherman who's making you go out there and buy product, nobody's making. Colin Cunningham is not making you go buy any stocks in the Chicago Bears, whatever his take is. That's what I'm saying. With like I said, somebody like the weather person who's making you go out here buy all these sandbags and buy all this snow shit. Then I get that, but you talking about somebody who's just giving you his takes. You're not going to hold that with like, oh my God, yes, he said this the end of the world.
But I do think those people help influence the way some organizations move. Not saying this, that don't mean that I'm not saying that, and that could be a fault of the organization if you allow a sports media person to influence the way that your organization move. But obviously, I mean, shit, look at Aaron Rodgers, the way he been crashing out.
And let's just say, who's not if somebody from the organization not paying him to say that just to get people stirred up.
So that's you absolutely.
So that's why I'm saying,
and that's why he should have to pay. And that's why I'm saying, if I'm on the network, I'm not saying the fine got to be crazy, but you should pay something back to the community or do giveaways or something. Like you got to do something because guess what? Now, because what does it sit here and say now that I stopped listening to you? Because I'm like, damn, you didn't never come back and apologize to the fans of Chicago or apologize to people who was Justin Fields fans because you made it like Justin Fields was the worst shit ever happened, and Caleb Williams came and lost more games. Nigga, he only won 4 games. Nigga, the fucking Justin Fields played in less games and still won 4 more games. Justin Fields missed like the first couple, or missed in the middle of the season. He got injured and the little white boy came and replaced him. He missed. I want to say Justin Fields missed like 3 or 4 games, and he still won 8 games. You literally still and got better players. You got a better running back. You got 2 better wide receivers. You got a whole better everything around you, and you still lost more games. And you got better defensive players. Got to think about it. Justin Fields only got like 2 games with fucking Sweat last year because he got traded towards the end of the season. Like, you got a better defense, you got better offensive weapons, and nigga, you still lost 4 more games. Nigga, somebody should be held accountable. And just as loud as Colin Cowherd was celebrating Caleb Williams, nigga, you should be apologizing to Justin Fields just as loud. That's my only thing. Like, don't give me bad takes and keep telling me, oh, this person is this, that, and the third, and then nobody holds you accountable. Because, nigga, I remember if I cut this on and every time I kept hearing you bash Justin Fields and keep telling me how great Caleb Williams was going to be, and then Caleb Williams completely shit the bed, like, what the fuck? Nobody holds you accountable for that? So that's my only thing. And again, I've been supposed to play this LeBron clip, but like I said, shout out to Austin Reeves for fucking stealing the goddamn spotlight.
Well, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for another gift on Christmas.
Oh, absolutely. Merry Christmas to my family back home. I'm coming home, and I love the NFL. I love the NFL, but Christmas is our day.
Well, thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Again, like I said, shout outs to the Lakers and the Warriors. That was one of those great Steph versus LeBron type of games. That was one of like, and I ain't gonna lie, Steph Curry was kind of coasting that whole game, and then it was like, bro, the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, that nigga just turned on that, like it was like a switch, and he just hit that switch on. It was just like, and the Lakers was kind of like dominating the whole second half, and then Steph like literally hit like a switch. That 5 minute mark hit in the fourth quarter, and he just hit a switch, and he just started going lights out. And I'm just watching that lead slowly but surely just go all the way. And my man Austin Reeves went here, and then I even just like that back and forth between LeBron and trading threes, trading buckets, like that. Him and Steph, you kind of never going to be able to get that again because it's just those 2 players. And I think the NBA does a horrible job at like who they trying to promote. Like they trying to go their hardest to promote Wemby, and Ja kind of like, all right, Ja back, and like the Grizzlies is back at the number 2 seed again. Like where they was at before Ja did all the gun stuff, they was the number 2 seed. He got suspended and whatever the case may be. They missed the playoffs last year. Now Ja back, and when he get like, okay, now they back at the number 2 in the West. Like, stop trying to promote, like, you trying to force this Wemby shit because he's 7'5". Like, no, nigga, and John Morant is right here. Clear as day. Like, nigga, promote John Morant. Like, and niggas still, even the 7'5" thing, it's not a sexy thing to watch. Like, promote LaMelo Ball. It look better. Like, it's just like nobody wants to watch a 7'5" nigga do nothing, bro. Like, he just 7'5". Like, if you want to see a 7'5" nigga bang on niggas, but you don't want to see a 7'5" nigga try to hit a sham guard, like that shit looks stupid. Like, that's shit I used to do when NBA Live used to be out. You just wanted to cheat and make a 7. Like, that shit just look dumb. Like, bro, you can't sell me on the Wemby thing. And that's another reason why just the NFL don't get it right. Shout out to Tokyo Jets, because we was just talking about sports and we have been talking about dating as well. Tokyo Jets, I'm not familiar with who her husband or boyfriend. I think it may be her husband. She might have got married. I know. Oh yeah, say her husband. He retired her. He told her he wanted her to stop making music and focus on being a mom. I believe they have 3 kids. I don't know if all 3 of them are together, but in the picture, they took a Christmas picture together, and there were 3 younger kids in the picture. I ain't mad at her. Because she did. I'm not going. Like, I'm trying to think. Did she even ever have? I don't even think she ever had a real hit. Like, I know she had like some features with T.I. because she was signed to Grand Hustle, but I ain't mad at him for wanting her to stop, and I ain't mad at her for stopping. Like, maybe she had a real career, I may feel some type of way, and then it was of course a picture that was going viral. Eve, and that's your girl. She had a Christmas dinner picture, and the shit looked like something out of like the 1960s. Like, it just looked like one of those old pictures from out of like England somewhere, like one of those Last Suppers. Like, literally, Eve was the only black person there. It was her husband is a billionaire and a millionaire, whatever he is. And he just at this dinner table, and it's just him and it's her and a bunch of white people. Like, that shit looks so crazy. The comment section on that shit, go pick. Just go to the shade room, because the shade room comment section is always gonna be the craziest one, bro. I could not stop. I literally I just have to see how people respond to this shit, because it's like, of course, if you just looking at it like off of some Eve lucked up into a bag, whatever the case may be, but then it just seems like people was like, damn, where her family at? They to help? Were they serving the food? Like, it just looked crazy. Like, bro, you seen the picture, Erica?
Yeah, I saw it.
That picture ain't look crazy to you?
It looked like a Get Out type situation.
That's exactly what it looked like. I'm like, dog, what the hell is going on? Like, what the fuck? Like, Eve don't got she ain't cool with nobody in her family. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that picture looked nuts. Like, I'm like, there's no way in hell, like, ain't nothing run past Eve brain to make her be like, I don't know if this is a good jump to post. What else is going on? I do want about P&B baby. I don't even know how he got this girl pregnant. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, oh yeah, real quick, I do want, because you sent this joke. Y'all know that my favorite show is the Pop the Balloon joke, but I'm not gonna lie. Have you ever actually seen in real life black French tips? That's a thing.
You can make it a thing. It's just black paint.
But I ain't never seen that. Like, I don't think that's supposed to be a thing.
What you mean black French tips? Like, it's black instead of white?
Yeah, it's black.
Yeah, I seen that.
You seen people do that before?
Yeah.
On their feet?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna play this clip, because niggas ain't, obviously I wasn't the only person that ain't never seen this before.
I can't. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Destiny.
Destiny, how old are you?
I'm 24.
And what do you do? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we did get all the balloons popped, unfortunately, but let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping.
Hold on real quick. This is why I would never go on that show, bro. Do you know how bad that will hurt my self-esteem? So she ain't even said a word. She just walked out and the whole entire room popped their balloon. Bro, that shit will destroy my ego. If I'm sitting here walking on this and people really want to be in real relationships and you walk on a joke and the whole entire room pop their balloon, like, nah, dog.
Okay, let's start over here. Let's have your name and age first.
Chris, 28.
Okay, and Chris, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Like, I don't know if the toes is on purpose or not, but I just ain't really rocking with them.
Okay. Yeah, it's a black French.
See, I ain't never seen that before.
Oh.
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
That's new for me.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so it was the toes.
Yeah, it look a little like dirt.
Oh, no.
Like, I ain't never seen a black French before.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay. So is Chris someone that's your type?
Yeah, he's handsome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. All right, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
25. Oh, Jesus. Ty, 25. My man's here. Got to the toes. I didn't get past the pants.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't do it. Sorry.
Okay, I understand.
What about the pants?
Just looks like a garden. Can't do it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Now, is he someone that's your type?
No.
Hello. Welcome in.
Hold on, while we right there, because I feel like I sent you one of them. Just like you got, man, I swear. That's why I could never do the show, bro. Like it just, oh my god, it's so damn disrespectful. Oh, it's my girl from last week. Hold on.
Mariah DeSantis, let's talk about it. So I seen a lot of y'all saying like, how could Young Thug cheat on somebody that look like Mariah DeSantis? But here's a better question. How can somebody who look like Mariah DeSantis, who got no kids, is a successful musician, be somewhere holding down a jailbird who got 6 kids by 4 different women? In what world does that make sense? A study must be conducted on pretty women and low self-esteem, and why is it so commonly found in some of your most beautiful women? I can't even feel bad for women like Mariah DeSantis. And the reason why is because she's so conventionally attractive with no children. She has an advantage when it comes to her options on the dating scene. She has more options than the average woman would ever have. And for her to still end up choosing somebody like a Young Thug speaks to how she feels about herself, and it's sad. It's truly sad to think that a woman that got as much going on as she do would choose a Young Thug, but that's how you know that there's something lacking internally. You looking at a pretty empty gift. It looks beautiful on the outside, but there's something missing on the inside. Canceling shows, losing out on money, jeopardizing your career, all for a man who can't even stay faithful behind bars, and then thinking that in the free world that he'd be a better man. If he can't stay faithful behind bars, he definitely ain't gonna be no good man when he get out. But this is why y'all be so bitter and mad when these situations don't work out with these men, because you overplay your part. You be doing too much. All of that sacrifice that you made, and he just sat back enjoying the benefits. And then when it don't work out and you have to sit back and think about all you did, and he was ungrateful and didn't even care, couldn't even do the bare minimum. That's why y'all be so upset when it don't work out. But she gonna have to learn the hard way, just like most of y'all have to. He said he texted her Merry Christmas, and she responded back and she said, thank you. As soon as I heard that, I knew she ain't done, because if she responded at all, that means she ain't done. And the latest news is they said that she was booed up with him on Christmas. So it ain't gonna end until she be somewhere being baby mama number 5, him continuing to cheat on her finally getting fed up, being a single mother, and then she'll go out looking for the man that she should have been looking for in the first place, like they always do.
Do y'all think, I guess my question for that, and that's why I said I'm mad I didn't play this originally when we first was talking about it. Do you think that money makes women forget how pretty they are?
You mean when they come to dealing with
people like Young Thug? Because I mean, of course, if we're going aesthetically, just off of what the eye test would tell you, Young Thug, I mean, of course, like I said, even with Devin Haney's fiance, Young Thug is realistically not even supposed to have these women numbers. But because he's Young Thug, because he is on the higher up on the financial food table, and he's also high up on the entertainment or status wise, he's a high level player, that these women allow him to do something, or they almost move like how people would sit here and say like an ugly woman or a fat woman will move, or any woman with any type of low self-esteem. And it ain't got to be just a woman thing, because men have low self-esteem as well. If it's a dude who feel like he ugly, or he get put up under normally as the food dude, like you kind of just, your self-esteem just gets the best of you, where you feel like I know I can't get too many people like this, or maybe in your mind you think you can't, so you allow somebody to treat you a certain type of way. So do you think it's more of the, because he got bread, that's why she allowed him to kind of like treat her that way?
I would hope so, because why else? Unless she really liked him, but I mean,
yeah, I don't think really liking some, maybe, but I don't
unless
think
she really love him.
I don't even know if love would kind of get you over that. You think? Oh, so okay, maybe. So do you think love would have somebody waiting for them for 2 years with no bread?
Love her with no, yeah. Love her how you do a whole
Don't
lot of
niggas in
things.
jail got chicks out here holding them down, and they ain't got no
I be
bread.
thinking niggas be clapping their girls too.
Yeah, niggas. But that's what I'm saying.
Like I know, I'm gonna tell you, and this is something that I know in real life. I know a girl who thought her baby father was about to get sent to life, and she was ready to like move on. And then he ended up getting parole. He ended up getting babies. Like he thought, because at first he was getting no bail, no bond, or whatever the case may be. And then he ended up, like the evidence started to get a little bit shaky. He ended up getting a bail. But she already out here ready to start fucking with other dudes.
But you have those people that will stick beside that person.
Yeah, no matter what. So I don't think it has.
Money makes it easier.
Money might make it easier for you to deal with it, but I don't. But do Young Thug have that kind of money where it's like, all right, I can go? Like, I feel like she probably couldn't get somebody else with more money, right? So that's someone. I don't think Young Thug got like endless money where it's like he don't have no Chris Brown money. Like where you can touch, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Thug was ever that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I'm with you on Chris Brown just because Chris Brown is like Chris Brown will be horning himself out, to be honest. Like people get on Drake on how much Drake toured. Like Chris Brown toured way more than Drake do. Like Chris Brown is and Chris Brown put out a lot of music. So I don't necessarily, to be honest, I'm glad you kind of brought up Chris Brown.
But you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do when you get blackballed.
I don't know how good Chris Brown is with his money. Like now, because you just brought up Chris Brown, like and I'm just thinking about like, damn, this nigga always on tour. And he always dropping like 30, 40 song albums. Like, I don't know and let's be clear, Chris Brown do own all his masters and stuff, but I don't necessarily know how good Chris Brown is with his money. He may be bad with his money, and that's why he got to constantly stay on tour and constantly got to drop a bunch of music. So I don't know, but I mean, I'm with you. I still think Chris Brown probably got more money than Young Thug just off the strength of how much he toured. And Chris Brown tours be sold out. So I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but just because you brought up Chris Brown, it kind of made me think like, damn, Chris Brown do a lot of touring and Chris Brown put out a lot of music.
I don't think that's bad because he's bad with money. Because I mean, you gotta think about it. He's been blackballed. Like he can't do a lot of shows. Like he can't get all them advertising like everybody else. So I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but if you was good with money, I don't necessarily know if you gotta tour as much. Nigga, Beyonce don't do a bunch of commercials.
Right, but Beyonce and Chris Brown are two different people. Beyonce got a squeaky clean image, and she got, when she do whatever she do, she get paid well.
No, okay, I got a better example than that. Mariah Carey is a perfect example. Nigga, Mariah Carey don't move until December. When you can do stuff like that, that means you're great with your money. That means your finances is amazing. When you only got to work once a month out of a 12-month year, and you only got to work 1 month out of the year, that means your finances is amazing. So you don't need to work. I
don't know if I can necessarily say it's that amazing because she's on tour doing that too. Like she's on tour, like so I can't like
that's
you
for 1 month though, nigga.
But even still, if I'm still doing a tour like that one, you paid to me telling me I'm eating off of just 1 month. I shouldn't even have the tour during that month at all. That's what I'm saying. Like when you saying that, I think just people are that's your job. That's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna keep putting out music. I'm gonna keep doing what I got to do. I don't feel like what can you like? What artist right now can say I'm just sitting comfortably off of one song? Because you see a lot of these other artists who shit on them damn Millennium tours. You never seen Chris Brown on no Millennium tour, like Bow Wow and them.
Yeah, but he used to be on there because Chris Brown is too big for that tour now.
So that's what I'm saying. So would you rather? I'd rather be Chris Brown doing tours out of the country than being on a Millennium tour where you open the act.
No, so then listen to what I'm saying. You prove my point. So you rather be Chris Brown. I'd rather be Mariah Carey. Nigga, I only got to come out once a year.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm comparing like age bracket wise. If I'm Bow Wow, like a Bow Wow compared to Chris Brown, I would rather be Chris Brown than to be a Bow Wow.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but it's still somebody else you can compare Chris Brown to. I'm comparing him to Mariah Carey. Nigga, I'm
all right, well, give me another male artist. I mean, because I feel like Mariah.
I know. I'm listening. I agree with what.
Because Usher do the same. Usher's on tour. He's putting out music too.
Usher may be fucked up with his bread.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to male artists or anybody, like I said, Beyonce and Mariah Carey. Give me a male artist. That's
okay. I'm gonna give you two male artists that you know for a fact money ain't fucked up, and that's why them niggas don't gotta go on tour. Nas and Jay-Z.
Right, because you deal with it. I feel like with them,
Nas put out music for fun. And that's why he don't never go tour. Like he may sit here and say, okay, I'm gonna do a date at Madison Square Garden. Because a perfect example, because if we compare Nas to Fabulous or compare Nas to Jadakiss and those niggas out here Spears, them niggas be horning themselves out. They always putting out music. Them niggas still on flyers. They still going to Vegas and performing their dreads and shit like that. You ain't about to see Nas performing at no fucking dreads. You ain't about to never see Jay-Z talk foot in that fucking club. So that's the difference. Where I'm not, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Chris Brown for how he got to do it because you just brought him up with the Young Thug thing, and it just made me kind of just think of it when you just said it. So it just came to my brain. So it's not to knock Chris Brown, but it's still because I do agree with you. I do think Chris Brown got more money than Young Thug, but I do think Chris Brown could realistically it could rave over the same way when Joe was trying to see and say, damn, why Drake got to do so many tours? Nigga, Chris Brown toured way more than Drake do, and he put out way more music than Drake do. So that's my only thing. Where yeah, I get what you're saying. Would I rather that whole generation of niggas who was popping when Chris Brown was popping, he is way better off than that whole entire generation from male, woman, whoever. It don't matter who you get.
Looking at it, I mean, shit, it's only 20 million difference between him and Nas. Nas is 70 million, he's 50 million.
Oh, Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Hey, but guess what? The difference between the two niggas is one nigga don't never gotta come out the house and the other nigga gotta fucking whore himself out. So if we sit here saying like if we talking about who I would rather be, I'd rather be the nigga who's up 20 more million and never come out and you barely ever see him ever in life than be the nigga who can't sleep and got to do backflips every fucking night. Like you tell me which one would you rather be? I'd rather have the extra 20 million and never come out the house and then be the nigga who never stopped touring.
Yeah, but then I think that's just coming to age too. Because I mean, you got to think about it. Chris Brown is younger than Nas. Nas is in his 50s. Chris Brown is only 38, 37. So I mean, yes, you do. So I don't see him. So I don't see him like if now we talking about if Chris Brown was in his 50s and he's still doing all these tours, then yeah, then I can see that. But I'm saying, but right now you still young. You gonna get it while you can right now.
Of course, I'm not saying that. But again, if we talking age wise, Chris Brown is still in dog years. Like this nigga's like 50 entertainment. Yeah, because Chris Brown's been around for a long ass time. Like that's him and Nas been damn near around about the same amount of time. Like so, let's be clear. Yeah, age group and their age of how old they are. But we talking about entertainment wise, nigga, they've been around. Like okay, perfect example. Age wise, Nas is probably 20 years Chris Brown senior. But entertainment wise, Nas probably only been out 10 more years than Chris Brown had.
I mean, I just think how you invested. I don't see. I can't. Cause see, that's why I like I said when you say bad with money, I wouldn't look at him as. I mean, like I said, of course he got these little allegations or whatever, but I wouldn't think like he's bad. I wouldn't see it as he bad with money. That's why he torn. I wouldn't look at it that way.
House would you? I mean, what house would you look at? You think he just loved performing?
Yeah, and I can't do nothing else. Like I can't get these other shows or these other performances where I don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? Because just imagine if he would have do like you said, if he would do a halftime show, like that would, you know what I'm saying? That would be amazing.
No,
but
and I guess just to shoot him some bail, just so it won't sound too crazy. Let's be clear. Obviously, Chris Brown had to save up some money and be good enough with his money to be able to buy himself out of his contract to the point that he owned his own master. So I'm not saying here. I don't want if people who listen to it and take it out of misconstruction and sit here and say I'm saying that Chris Brown is broke. But I'm just saying because we were talking about comparing him to like Young Thug, and I'm still just thinking of like how much Chris Brown got to work to be better. Then that's the kind of what may give you like a red flag on like, damn, all right, is he good with his money? Because he don't give himself no breaks. Like he do put out endless fucking music like he's a rapper or whatever the case may be. He toured a lot. I mean, and like you said, maybe just he just blessed that he can kind of get it while he's hot and his audience continuously will come out and support him and buy his music or whatever the case may be. And Chris Brown is one of those people he kind of almost is a perfect example of why you kind of can't go off of streaming numbers because he's another hard ticket seller. Like if you look at Chris Brown first week numbers, his first week numbers be horrible. Like the shit that people clown Meg Thee Stallion about, nigga, Chris Brown should be worse.
Yes.
Hell yeah, go look at this last jump. He did like 60,000.
First week on 11/11.
Hell, please go look it up. I guarantee you it's like 60,000. But that's my point, and I pay attention. And again, to all them blogs, I be honest, like I said, I get it. It's the holiday weekend. I just feel like y'all should just take a break any fucking way. But y'all keep trying to push the Tory Lanez shit, bro. Nobody listens to this nigga music. I wish y'all stop. Like y'all be the way that they be trying to cover for the Tory and make it Tory versus Meg or make it seem like Tory is being this misdone person and people miss his music. Tory Lanez ain't never done an arena tour. Shit. Why do y'all treat him and talk about him like he's some fucking touring arena act? Like this nigga is a Fillmore nigga. Tory Lanez is like he go to like whatever your popping local rap in your city is, he pull out the same amount of people. Like if I'm sitting here saying, oh, if I'm a promoter, I'm gonna go book Tory Lanez, I'm gonna book Shy Glizzy in DC, I'm going to always pick fucking Shy Glizzy? Why do y'all be talking like Tory Lanez is gonna fucking pack out the fucking Capital One Arena? That shit is annoying to me. Like, I hate the way the blogs be trying to post it and make it seem like Tory Lanez is this bigger than life fucking artist. Like, the only thing that y'all can talk about with Tory Lanez is this Meg Thee Stallion shit. It wouldn't be no music. It would not be nothing else. Like, what? Like, come on, dog. Like, let this man do his time and keep it fucking moving, dog.
I don't know how. I think that's just, you said 60,000. I think that was just pure album sales. I don't think that's units, because they said this one that says 100. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know it ain't. I know it's not no fucking 184. Chris Brown album debut number 3 in the USA. Because it wouldn't. There's no way in hell it would debut at number 3. No, yeah, that's not. You looking at the wrong album. That's royalties. That ain't 1111. Why you looking at that? I'm gonna play this up. This girl is funny as shit.
Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you?
Hi, good evening. Rachel O'Neill here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Would like to order a 37-piece chicken dip strip. Hold that lip. I'd also like to order a medium Dr. Pepper. Dump out the pepper, add salt, and unsweetened pistachios, along with a vanilla Philly cheesesteak on the rocks ASAP.
Why are you in my drive-thru with bullshit? Like, shove it up your ass. Bye. Welcome to McDonald's.
Bro, people be just funny as shit, because I'm not gonna lie to you. That was funny, and I will low-key. I don't even know how the girl who was working there kind of did break character and didn't laugh, because I'm not gonna lie to you. That was probably been something that would have kind of like would have had me laughing. Real quick, while we talking about we talking about music and people in the music business, and just talking about people bad with their money. Pleasure, please go eat a whole ding-a-ling-a-ling. Like, bro, let's be serious. Pleasure P is trying to, I guess he was riding in his car and Lollipop came on, and then Pleasure P tried to sit here and say he helped Static Electric, and rest in peace to Static Electric, write Lollipop. And he was like, man, Lil Wayne owe me some money. That album 20 million sold, or whatever the case may be. This song is damn near 20 years old. All I'm just saying is that if you actually had something to do with this song, one, you could have said something about this when this man was still alive. One, you could have said something about this when this song first came out. You sitting here trying to wait 20. No, nobody don't even listen. I'm a diehard Lil Wayne fan. Lil Wayne is number 1 on my top 5 list. It depends on how I feel. There's a back and forth between him and Jeezy. And I never in my life listened to Lollipop. I never in my life think twice. I don't even necessarily even know if I even added Lollipop to my. I'm not even saying I don't know. I know for a fact I didn't add Lollipop to my gym playlist. I wouldn't think twice about playing Lollipop. Lollipop for a real Lil Wayne fan is probably one of Lil Wayne's worst fucking songs. If you are an actual Lil Wayne fan. So for you to sit here and try to say 20 years later, oh, Lil Wayne owe me, man, let's be serious, bro. A nigga we know for a fact is bad with his money, and you ain't gonna never get a dollar, a red cent for is Lil Wayne. I promise you, we can all agree on that one. That's a nigga who's horrible with his money, and I promise you ain't getting no money from Lil Wayne for no goddamn Lollipop. You could bet your life on that one. Bro.
So why your boy signed to him?
Travis Hunter? I don't know.
I don't know.
The same reason why I told y'all I thought Travis Hunter was lying and sitting and told y'all his girlfriend got him hip to Lil Wayne, because there ain't no way in hell my girlfriend recently just got me hip to somebody, and I will be the first person signed into his sports agency. He ain't got no other big name people. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it's Lil Wayne. I mean, Lil Wayne obviously is connected. I don't even know what an agent really have to do. I mean, I feel like if you connected, then they can kind of like connect the dots for you. So I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know how that works. Cause like that's almost like a running joke in the WNBA zone where it's like, nigga, Angel Reese might got like the best fucking sports agent ever. Like she be doing everything more than everybody else in the league, and this is just one little white lady. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it worked. Like I feel like I honestly don't know. So I can't say nothing. I think if we all kind of judging it off of like the Master P shit, then I get it. Like how Master P kind of fucked Ricky Williams over. So I mean, I don't know, but I mean, hopefully that don't happen to Lil Wayne and Travis Hunter. But I mean, we have seen that kind of story play out a little bit before. I do want to play this clip of some, because I guess we haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks, and it's still kind of steadily in the news, and it hasn't completely shook the news off with the U.S. whatever the United States healthcare, and of course, other people are kind of rationing it out and just explaining and giving their stories on things that went wrong with them with their health situation. So, and that's why the kind of people feel sorry for the Luigi dude.
I just got my hospital bill. I was in there for 3 days for a leg surgery, and I'm going to read you the itemized charge list. First, semi-private room and bed changes, $12,487. Changes for drugs and IV solutions, $2,222. Medical surgical supplies, $2,918. Clinical laboratory changes, $5,314. Operating room charges, $7,749. Anesthesia services, $2,157. Physical therapy, $874. I literally had no physical therapy. I had surgery and I walked with a nurse when I got out. And I was the one who said I wanted to walk on my own. I literally held some random nurse's arm. Emergency room services, $5,615. Recovery room services, $1,948, for a total of a whopping $41,288. Free that boy.
And there's just so many of these different stories that you see just floating around on the internet, and that's why it's kind of just so hard for people to, and I get it, and I understand, like, you hear people, like, of course, I kept hearing Charlamagne complain on the Breakfast Club, and maybe he complained because you are a person in the spotlight, you say stuff and you rub people the wrong way, so you kind of one of the people who kind of just like want to feel sorry for somebody who kind of, where people just take something that they don't like and put it in their own hands. But at the same time, I mean, I hear it and I ain't mad at her neither. So I kind of don't know how you, I don't even know how you disagree with that. I honestly don't. I guess where I just finished playing a couple of clips that I seen go viral over the weekend before we get out of here.
How do you feel about dating holidays? I feel like, how do you feel about dating somebody that's Muslim around the holidays?
I feel like you should still give me something. Even if you're Muslim, you could give it to me a day before, never a day after, but a day before, 2 days before. But I feel like you should still give me something because this is something that I celebrate. And I'm not going to get you anything because you don't celebrate. But when the Eid comes, I give gifts out.
Right.
Even though I don't celebrate, so I'm not looking for nothing in return. You get what
How do you feel about dating somebody?
And again, that just kind of goes into the conversation that I was having just a few minutes ago with y'all. I just feel like, bro, America put a different type of sauce on Christmas because it just make people feel like you gotta participate in it. Because, perfect example, you sitting here saying if you're dating somebody who's Muslim, that's against their religion. They don't celebrate Christmas, but people, because it's so much like literally indulged in your face on the TV when you walk in the stores, and it's been like that for the last 3 weeks. It's kind of like you just feel almost obligated to spend that holiday or do something on that holiday because you feel like you're missing out on something. Like that's type of, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's something I probably really want to do my homework on and just pay attention to, like how America figured out how to promote Christmas, because it's just one of them holidays that make people just feel like you gotta be a part of it. But question to y'all, do y'all feel like could y'all date somebody who is a Muslim, or if they could be even what's another religion that don't celebrate Christmas or celebrate no type of birthdays or nothing?
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witness. I think y'all could date somebody Jehovah's Witness or Muslim and be in a real relationship with them.
Yeah. I don't know about the Muslim, but Jehovah's Witness or something like that. Yeah. But Muslim, I mean, because you talking about not eating pork and all that around them, and I couldn't do that. I love my bacon.
That's a wild thing, but got you.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's something. I mean, anything.
Nah, the one in the red. I ain't trying to talk to y'all. I'm trying to talk to the one in the red.
Bitch, we don't give a fuck where your camera at.
Oh my, you are the ugliest I've ever seen in my life. Don't ask me no questions. You too ugly asking anybody questions, my nigga. I should be asking you a question. Why are you so ugly? Stop asking me stupid shit. And your friend got a fat old ass. I'll tell you that though. Your friend got an ass on her. I might fuck that bitch if she lucky. Oh, y'all sister. Damn, why she get the shit under the stick? I thought that shit ugly don't run in y'all family, so why she got it? What happened?
Hey, no. Oh my God, bro. It just be some random shit that just be floating around on the internet that just be having you laugh. We talked about Beyonce. Oh, you sent this shit with this fake meat paws, no homo. Oh no.
A juicy, sizzling steak made by computer. While obtaining regular meat is a process that's been taking place for millennia, cow, butcher, beef. Redefined Meat, a meat alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Meat substitutes are not new, but unlike the soy-based crumbles that mimic ground beef, Redefined Meat's product is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
This is the holy grail of alternative meat.
But the most important part, how does it taste? This diner was happy.
So pause, no Diddy. Would y'all eat this fake meat?
If you didn't tell me.
So you know the crazy thing is because of course when I originally, when me and you bet a long time ago, when I was originally trying to lose weight, I went on the vegan thing and it was a vegan. I don't even know if it's still there because they didn't redone that little joint on Central Avenue a long time. They really didn't redone it now because like a Carolina Kitchen right there or whatever. But right there on Central Avenue, for people who are familiar with Central Avenue, there's right there by the IHOP, Goodyear, just that whole little shopping center. Right now, like I said, now it is a Carolina Kitchen there right there, and it's also a Dollar General. It used to be, and it still may be there. I'm not 100% positive. I just haven't been down there in a long time. But it was a vegan restaurant down there, and it was a popular vegan joint. And of course, they had the chicken wings, like the buffalo wings. They literally look like buffalo wings, but it wasn't chicken. And the crazy thing, and that's a good thing about sometimes posting stuff on social media, because I remember just in that process when I'm doing it, people would like chime in with their little 1 cent or, telling you like, hey, be careful when you're eating the vegan food because there is so much soy in it. And in the soy, it's a lot of sodium. And that's how the food almost tastes like whatever it's supposed to be, but it's not actually that. So like the shit will really taste like, damn, you wouldn't taste, it tastes like you eating chicken. But you're not eating chicken. But realistically, that it's not. If you're talking about blood pressure, talking about cholesterol, none of that shit ain't good for you because it's so high in sodium. Because because it's not real meat. And to hold the texture and whatever the flavor and all that, it got to be high in sodium. So realistically, it was probably just as bad eating that for you as it was just eating regular meat. But just looking at this, they talking about this is like almost damn near like they making this shit out of paper. But they making it look and taste like steak. And that's why they say they making it with the 3D printer. Like, nigga, that shit is that's completely fake. This ain't no type of food in it at all.
Yeah, I'm not eating.
Yeah, if you told me like, oh, this is 3D printed made, like, no, if you like, just try this, tell me how it tastes, I would probably try it. But if you told me that came out 3D printed,
because it looked like it. So that's the.
if you told me that came out,
that's the kind of the messed up part because it looked like it. But I'm just saying, even if they told you and you looking at it like, damn, it really looked like it. You don't want to try to taste it.
No. Eating paper? No.
Because I just think, what's the little candy we used to eat back in the day? The little soda can joints that used to be made out of plastic. They had the little liquid in the inside, little pop joints. I forgot what it's called.
I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, that's what I would be thinking about. Like, if you told me, oh, I made this out of 3D printer, I think it'd be tasting like that, the little wax candy. I think it was like wax or something.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly what it is. Like wax candy.
That's what I would think it would taste like. If you told me this is made out of 3D printer.
Yeah, I would eat it. Let me see whatever random news. I just really don't care. I really don't care about the 600 breezy and whatever stuff, but just real quick, just to kill some time.
But yeah, you had me fucked up.
I don't fuck. And you had me fucked up too.
Yeah,
so
I did.
But
you can't
say
that. But
you can't say that she had you fucked up if you wasn't even there.
But
you saying that she still can't do that?
You don't know. Equation, that nigga, he lasted for what? 2 seconds buying her moissanite jewelry, all type of lame, goofy ass shit. Get on the internet trying to blow up off her. He got songs about her sister. You fucking with this nigga. Like, yeah, I see. He's a fan. On Billy, he went and got a fan.
He's a fan. He's a hello.
And then he like, come on, you letting this nigga play with you and our baby. Like, I get where I was. You feel me? I was in the wrong. But he in the situation playing, like acting like he going, oh yeah, this and that. And then what happened to the nigga? Like goofy ass nigga. Like, get the fuck on.
I get that. So seeing it, like from the time that you seen it, and then up until the time that y'all like,
I was about that. That's why I was really like, I think that's the last message that I ever seen from her was like she sent me. I think.
All right, so for backstory for people that don't know what's going on, I believe 600 Breezy and Jada Waiter's sister had a baby together, and I guess they wasn't talking and Jada's sister, I believe her sister's name is Jasmine. She still wanted to keep the baby, so they was beefing or whatever the case may be, and she tricked another dude into believing that the baby was his originally, and he was geeking to play stepdaddy or whatever the case may be, and they was on social media doing whatever the case may be, like, you know, taunting around. And then I guess she eventually came out and told him that he wasn't the father of the kid. And then hold on.
Okay, smooth. Now that I got my family out of the way, I can address this shit. I'm gonna address this shit one time and one time only. Like, pussy ass boy, you speaking on another man about some shit that happened 6 months ago because you weren't trying to be a daddy to your fucking son. Find somebody to play with, dog, because this is not it. Understand me? This is not the situation you trying to put yourself in. Be a man to your motherfucking kids. Do what you need to motherfucking do and leave that shit be. It's my first and last time addressing this situation, dog.
Hey, but that was the
that was the dude who was playing the stepfather. But the only thing of it is, nigga, you kind of knew what was going on beforehand. That's on. Yeah, like why would you even jump out there and try to play stepdaddy for somebody that fast? Like, you know, like, especially when the relationships is so new. Like, if it's that new, like, I think you should kind of just give it some time. And I would just, me personally, as a man, just for safety protocol, I wouldn't sit here and recommend no man to sit here and try to be in a relationship with a female who got a kid younger than 1 year old. Like, allow her to thug it out by herself. I get it. And if you just want to hit, then cool, hit. But don't sit here and try to be in a relationship with somebody who just literally got a brand new baby that's not even 1 year old. Because I feel like it's just too much shit that she could be lying about and that you don't necessarily know nothing about. Like, you want to make sure that door is completely closed, because if just out of, even for your own safety protocol, like, bro, I wouldn't recommend for no man to just jump out there like that at all. Like, because it's just, and even for a woman, like, I think it's just a little bit different for dudes because they can kind of hide it and don't never even have to even claim the kid. But I can't. No, you gotta be careful, move a little bit smarter than that. And I think this is his 600 bait, 600 breezy. I believe he got a kid, multiple kids with this girl. I want to say he had triplets, I think.
I need my money. I need to be compensated before my heart broke, bitch. It reminds me of like I said, the old body. But I just imagine as I'm listening.
And that's her just trying to put them on blast and sit here just showing pictures of them being together. Like I said, people on the internet are just messy. Oh, why we talking? Because last week we talked about what's the nigga that got his money stole, got the $100 million stole?
Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, Daddy Yankee. So I mean, to kind of just stay on that same thing, and this their relationship kind of been on the internet was a little bit more heavy, I want to say, towards the end of 2023. But I believe this gentleman, a former NFL player, because he don't play in the NFL no more, Earl Thomas, and he is suing his ex-wife. I want to say he won for stealing $2.7 million, including the fine. Yeah, so he wants a settlement for $2.7 million for her because she stole money from him and ended up getting her breast implants done, bought herself a luxury bag or whatever the case may be. So the judge made her pay the bread back. And then who's we? Oh, yeah. So shout outs to Earl Thomas. Just knew this whole
snort coke, all that had force and fossil with that nigga, and it was giving pick me vibes, and he still ain't pick you, bitch. He still didn't pick you. You was around when that girl Chinese Kitty was around. He never picked you. He never wanted you. He couldn't get rid of you. You was a fucking parasite. You came with this voodoo. You sucked the life out of it. I ain't never seen my baby dad go broke, y'all. My baby dad went broke. Broke. I'm telling you, he called me crying. I swear to God on my kid's life. If I'm lying, my kids can die today. Whoa. He called me crying because he was broke and could not send Milan no fucking presents. Could not send Milan no school supplies, no books, no nothing. He was broke. He said the last thing he just paid for was that bitch body to get done again because she was in the house leaking. She was leaking. She got her pussy done and all. She was leaking.
So so my question for y'all as parents, could that ever be an excuse where, hey, I can't get my kid a gift because I just paid for my new girlfriend to get her body done?
No.
That's not an excuse.
So that's what I'm saying. When she was explaining, that's what people were saying in the comment section. But I'm listening to it. She thinking that's a flex. Like you saying, "Oh, you made my baby daddy go broke," but your baby daddy went broke for paying for another broad to get her body fixed. But That's not a flex. Like, you making it seem like you think that girl cared. She obviously didn't care. She got her body done still, and your daughter didn't get no gift. You think you ain't hurting her? Like, how you think that this, like this, you think this is some story you supposed to go? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Rest in peace to PNB Rock, bro. I feel for him because this is like this girl could just free willy because she got Wi-Fi. She could get on her social media and she can crash out and the blog's gonna pick it up. And it's just like, if yo, I know this man, I ain't know, like, I would never want this woman to keep getting attached to me. Like, every time she just go crazy, then here go my face attached to her. Though she looks nuts. She looked like a fucking junkie. Like, I would be so mad if that my name wasn't like, nah. Though. And that's why niggas gotta be careful on what you get pregnant, because, bro, you gotta think about it. Like, man, ain't no way in hell I would want my name attached to that shit. Though. Like, oh man. A Georgia couple is facing 100 years for R-wording their adopted kids, bro. This is
sick people out here.
Bro, yeah, there's some sick ass people out here. And shout out to Donald Trump for sitting here saying that he already sent something into the Supreme Court trying to get them to slow down on the TikTok ban. Is this shit ain't no music there?
Cars we had in the 80s that today's kids will never experience. Taking the faceplate off your car stereo so it wouldn't get stolen. Then spending 10 minutes trying to jam that thing back into place just so you could listen to Limp Bizkit on your way home. Remember when cars had 2 keys? Growing up, we had a Dodge pickup with 3 keys. One for the ignition, one for the doors, and one for the gas cap. When cars had DVD players. When kids didn't have tablets or smartphones. Anyone ever have a car with automatically adjusting seatbelts? And right now, everyone who ever owned a 240SX is unconsciously adjusting their seat. Remember the club car lock? Advertised 10 times a day, but nobody ever actually had one. Using your portable CD player in the car with a cassette adapter, .cd skipping on every bump, even though the device said non-skip. Man, if you remember all this, you've got to admit, you're getting old.
Old as fuck.
One, he just fucked up the times. It ain't one in the 80s. Like, damn, dog, you dragged it. Like, this was easily the 90s and the 2000s. He kind of dragged out the time frame, but I get what he was saying and I get where he was coming from. I ain't mad at him for that one because I definitely remember all of those things, and it definitely was in the 80s.
You want to know why nobody cared that the CEO of United Healthcare died? I have 2 stories for you. One, first story, I worked at a dental office. We had a patient that had a crown done. The insurance company paid it. Months later, the insurance sent a note to the office asking for their money back. They re-reviewed the claim and decided that there wasn't enough cracks and decay, so they would not pay for the crown. They asked for their money back. 2, I worked in the urology department and the pre-authorization department. I had to call the insurance company to get a bladder surgery approved. Patient had cancer. The agent is going through a list of questions that I have to answer. She got to a particular question and sighed. She said, the question was, do you think the patient is going to live more than 5 years? Here I am, a $12 an hour employee, talking to probably a $13 employee, deciding whether or not a patient should get a particular procedure based on whether or not they're going to live more than 5 years.
That's why.
Yeah, and that's why, again, why I like to play stories like this, because I do think, one, because I know most people who are listening to this, you get up in age, especially if you really listen to podcasts for real like I do. You get up in age, and sometimes and that is probably one of my biggest beef a lot with podcasts is like, niggas be wanting to talk about like all like clothes and all the other stupid shit, bro. It's a lot of life that people like to skip when it comes to podcasting. And I get it that some people just want to be entertained, but I think along with wanting to be entertained, you should want to be educated, and you should want somebody to kind of like hold the mirror up to you a little bit. They kind of just take care of your health, though. Like, I know it's something that some of us, you can't control everything, but to your best ability or what you can control, you should try to control, so you can kind of try to leave as much as possible out of the hands of having to rely on any of these pills and stuff, because it get tricky. Because sometimes I feel like they'll put you on some of these pills to kind of keep you on it, because after you start to get on one of them, then like I told y'all, like with my dad, sometimes you can't just get off some of them. So that is why I don't mind not playing some of these stories. I guess before I get out of here, I do want to double down and ask Marcus, have you revisit that scissor project? Do you still you still feel like it was good? Because I feel, to me personally, just if I'm judging it off of social media, outside of that 30 for 30 song, I feel like that project kind of like came and went extremely fast. Like I feel like it didn't even last. Shit, what we recorded Sunday, I feel like by what was Christmas was what Wednesday. Shit, I feel like by Christmas Eve, that's outside of the besides that 30 for 30 song, and that's because Kendrick Lamar said that sassy ass little part where all the girls kind of running with that. You dating a nigga who think he cuter than you. And that's like the only, like that part is like, let's be clear, that part right there is ripping and running, going crazy on social media. Like that part out of that whole 15 songs, that one little part is dominating social media. But I do feel like that project kind of really came and went extremely fast. So I just wanted to know, did your opinion still feel the same? Do you still feel the same way about it?
What did I say about that?
You made it like you didn't want to say it wasn't bad when I said it was. Or
I did?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the Leon. I don't.
Yeah, but we also talked about SZA as well.
And I said the SZA album wasn't bad. It was bad.
No, I said it was bad. I said the SZA album was mid. I said it wasn't.
Oh, I don't remember. I remember us talking about the Leon Thomas. I don't know about the SZA one.
No, we talked about SZA because I kept saying, because you kept trying to say it was a deluxe or whatever case may be, and I'm like, bro, she just called it a deluxe because of the numbers thing. But anyway, I just wanted to see if you heard people talking about it, or did you still hear people talking about it or anything. I did think it just came and went. I do kind of want to see if she's gonna put something else out differently before they end up going on tour together. Hopefully she may. I don't necessarily know she need to. I don't know. I don't necessarily know how. I don't even know how the tickets and stuff is moving because I didn't never try to go look and buy one. Real quick, just one last topic that I seen before I get out of here because it kind of grabbed me, and then we can, because I don't feel like I ain't got nothing else to even. I got some other topics, but I really don't care about them. But I do want to talk about this one.
So Pooh Shiesty, co-defendant, said Boss Man D-Lo is damn near on a Pooh Shiesty run right now. In my head, I'm like, damn near? What are you talking about? So I commented on the post and I said, Boss Man D-Lo got more hits than Pooh Shiesty. What are you talking about? So it's people responding to me saying I'm wrong and I'm dumb and all of this. But can y'all help me understand? Because I'm an outside nigga. I be in the clubs. So all I remember is Back in Blood by Pooh Shiesty. That's all I remember they used to play. I can name about 5-6 Boss Man D-Lo songs that get heavy play in the club still today from his last album. Tell me if I'm tripping though. Who got more slaps, Pooh Shiesty or Boss Man D-Lo?
One, I appreciate everybody in the comment section that ate this nigga alive. Pause, no Diddy.
For real?
Hell yeah, nigga. Pooh. Let's be clear. One, even if let's just sit here and say if he was right. Let's just sit here and say that Boss Man D-Lo got 5 songs that get constantly played in the club. Them 5 songs don't compare to Back in Blood. Not one of them. You could do all 5 of them together. You could do 10. You could take the 10 greatest Boss Man D-Lo songs that you feel like you've ever heard in your life, and they cannot compare to Back in Blood. That one song. That if they was doing the verses, Boss Man fucking Pooh Shiesty could pull a Soulja Boy, and he could literally play Black in Blood the whole entire sound. And Boss Man D-Lo don't own a song that's better than fucking Back in Blood. That's one. The song that got fucking the song that got Pooh Shiesty popping before he was even the Back in Blood, because Lil Durk wasn't just doing a random song with a random nigga. Pooh Shiesty was already on fire before he even dropped Back in Blood. Was Main Slime. And Moneybagg Yo went and did the remix to Main Slime. So I don't know what the hell this nigga, he talking about he outside. I don't know where his definition of outside or where the fuck he was outside at. But those 2 songs alone is still bigger and better than any fucking Boss Man D-Lo songs. And I came on here and I championed Boss Man D-Lo. I told y'all the songs that I like. I've been talking about Boss Man D-Lo, but Boss Man D-Lo cannot hold a candle to Pooh Shiesty. That's 762. Nigga, matter of fact, let me stop. Just twerk something by Pooh Shiesty. Nigga, ain't no way in hell Boss Man D-Lo can't do not a goddamn thing with no fucking Pooh Shiesty. The back of what's another boss?
That's the only song.
See, 726. What's the other Joan? Bosses. What's the Church's Joan with? I need to go look at his. I can't. Yeah, the Allegation Jones with all the big 30 early songs was was with Pooh Shiesty, and nigga Big 30 wouldn't even have a career if it wasn't for Pooh Shiesty. What was the other joint that was going crazy? Main Slime. The three big songs for Pooh Shiesty at first was Main Slime was number one. Back in Blood, 762 God. Then he was on the SRT joint with Moneybagg Yo and what's my man name? Black Youngster. He was on the So Icy Boys 2 with all of them when they were Twerk Something. That joint, God Up was another big song. Twerk Something and God Up was another big song off of that project. What was it? I seen people saying Neighborhood Heroes in the joint. I really don't remember that one like that. 50 Shots. And what's another joint that was going crazy? What was the fucking Big Purr with fucking Coyle Ray. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're tripping. Like, let's be clear. Bossman D-Lo got some hits now. But I just think the I just and they had to do a verses and they did 10 songs. I think Bossman D-Lo probably got 10 more that people may know right now, but I think the 5 for Pooh Shiesty will almost be like, I don't know how you can survive them 5. His 5 compared to it. So I guess if you want to say that, if you want to sit here and say that Bossman D-Lo may have more hits, yeah, cool. Because of course he had a longer time. I mean, Pooh Shiesty run was like extremely short. It was only a couple of months, if we're being honest. I don't even think he had a year run for real before he got locked up. But just those big songs was just like huge. That Back in Blood and that Main Slime was like ridiculous big songs. And like I said, the At It Again, John, that was with Big 30. Then he had Should Have Ducked with Lil Durk, and that was one of them songs that Mama Duck was mad about. I would have to listen to some of them just because it's been a while. But those, to me, the big 4 Jones was, of course, like I said, Back in Blood, Main Slime, 762 God, Should Have Ducked, and Allegations featuring Big 30. But like I said, yeah, that was it. I ain't really got too much else to really talk about. I don't want to hold us up because I do know it's coming out on New Year's. Oh, shout out to Joey Badass too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Joey Badass cleaned that nigga up in that goddamn store. I ain't gonna lie. He did a nigga dirt. Oh man, I can't forget about the pizza nigga. Real quick, hold on. Yeah, there's a couple more Jones. Hold on. Y'all gotta play these. Hold on, please.
Without bond after allegedly stabbing a pregnant woman 14 times, all over a tip she received. Authorities say Brianna Alavio attacked the woman at a motel in Kissimmee. Investigators say she came back to the victim's room after receiving a $2 tip, forced her way in with a male suspect, and stabbed the woman. The victim is recovering. Florida pizza delivery.
And real quick, and I ain't saying it to laugh, but that is one of the reasons why I sit here and be telling y'all, you got to be careful on how you treat people during these holidays. Because, bro, people be ready to crash out. Because I'm not going to lie to you. That was absolutely crazy and was one of them things that was y'all like really out of pocket. And I ain't mad at the person for crashing out because, I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't get it at the same time. And while we're talking about people making some crazy money, it was a young lady who had an OnlyFans account, and she was sitting here saying how much money she made. And I believe Adam 22 kind of called her out and was like, she was lying because I believe she said she made like $4.7 million in a year, but it was this dude who spent.
Have you actually? A lot of my money comes from my top spenders. Charlie, he's one of my top biggest spenders. He is the biggest spender. He spent $4.7 million in the course of a year, and wow. I love him. He's awesome, and he's just super nice guy. Have you spoken to him? Like, do you do like a video chat with him? Have you actually? I haven't yet, just through OnlyFans, we talk. Wow. And you know, to me, if somebody's doing that, they are obsessed with you. I mean, it's an addiction. A lot of my money.
I don't necessarily, I'm not, am I going to say they're obsessed or do they just really got it? Like, I don't know what type of money you really got to have to spend $4 million to just look at some box virtually. Because that just sounds insane to spend $4.7 million on somebody you've never seen in actual real life. But if I was like, if you had Jeff Bezos money, would you care about $4.7 million?
At one time, you over a long period of time, he spent that much, not just one.
Let's say over a year.
I can see it. I mean, ain't that what tricks do? Like you spend the money.
Tricks don't spend that type of money. When you hear stories like this will probably make a lot of women think twice about like, damn. I wonder if I missed the window. Could I go ahead and start me a OnlyFans page? Bro, that's a lot of bread, dog. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. Like, that's a whole lot of money, dog. That was the one. Yeah, that was a pizza joint delivery over $2 tip. Played that. Yeah, let me play this. Jay, and shout out to Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator went crazy on that Kendrick Lamar freestyle. Yeah, he went crazy on that joint. And again, like I said, shout out to, I'm not gonna lie, shout out to Joey Badass. I seen that video, and at first, because like when you just first see it, I'm like, damn, they kind of pressing Joey Badass, like. And because when I originally seen the video, you don't really even see who the dude talking to, but you keep seeing it say Joey Badass. I'm like, oh, where's Joey Badass at? Because I'm looking at the two other dudes in the video, and I'm like, neither one of these niggas is Joey Badass. But then when it's time to throw hands, Joey Badass cleaned that big nigga up with the dreads. That nigga was doing a lot of faking. He wore that nigga completely out. Pause, no diss.
Victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge, writing in a 5-page brief that the court's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, when an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting up this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part,
kind of talked about this a few weeks ago, but basically, so realistically, I guess the latest story in the Jay-Z situation is the judge was basically like, I'm not speeding up the process. We want to take the regular time that it would take if this was just a regular person, of course, which is not a regular person because this is Jay-Z, and of course, in the media, they will drag it out the longer the process. So I understand why Jay-Z trying to speed it up, but the judge basically said the lady can stay a Jane Doe, and we are not speeding up this process or this court date just because you are Jay-Z. So we're going to take our time with it, and we'll get to it when we get to it. It won't be no extra sauce to it because you are Jay-Z. And again, like I said, Happy New Year's. Be safe. Enjoy your 2025. Make sure you kind of try to take some time out of this week to kind of get your brain, get your mind, get yourself together. And I mean, some people may just look at it, bro, it's just another day. I got another work week. It is what it is. But I would just recommend take some time to yourself, even if it's only 30 minutes to an hour, to really try to plan something on what you may want to do different for yourself moving into the new year. If it's health, if it's physical, if it's financial, if it's spiritual, whatever the case may be. Even if you sit here and say, hey, this year I want to, again, buy some colognes, or I want to go out maybe once a month or do something, hold yourself accountable and try to make some change to make your life a little bit different going into 2025. And again, Happy New Year. Make sure y'all are safe over the New Year's, and we'll holler at y'all in 2025.
Ultra Podcast.